Yeah, yo, movie time. Fuck yeah, movies. Hey yo, shut up, the movie's starting. Crack a beer and grab some chips, get the doobie, spark it. Melted butter for the popcorn, better not fall asleep. I'ma hit you if you start snoring. Wait, hold up. Is this a drama or a comedy? The plot was trash, but I like the cinematography. The director has the vision. Check out these transitions. Might fuck around and analyze the tone and symbolism. She's pretty, but her acting skills remain to be seen. Don't mind me, I'm trying to count the boobies in the nudity scene. Daniel Day is in this, bro. The man's unrivaled. I think you're illiterate though if you don't like the subtitles. Is that just me? I don't know. I guess it must be. Shit's a little boring for the first half, but trust me, there's a plot twist. Then the whole thing is real nutty. There's conflict. He has to confront old buddy. Ronnie's probably ranting. And then there's Corey yelling. Movies are a great medium of storytelling, so let's talk about it. That's what this show is for. We're gonna talk about some movies, maybe talk about some more. Who knows what's in store? No one but the Lord. Maybe talk about religion too, unless that strikes a chord. Point is, it's hardcore, so tune in if you're bored. Movie time, discussing movies and cinema galore.
Okay.
Okay, is it recording?
Okay, yeah, I think it's recording.
It's recording.
All right, hold on, my chicken leg.
Don't call it that. Oh my god. Oh, everyone's getting a peek. What is this, Basic Instinct here? Come on now.
Yeah, except I'm wearing shorts.
Ugh,
So
what a tease.
And socks. So foot guys.
What
foot
a
guys
tease.
can't even.
I know. Well, I'm rocking the Crocs and socks.
I'm
so.
gonna just blur both our feet out.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't be seen at all, honestly. It's a good look. It's a good combo. In fact, this episode is brought to you by Crocs and Michelob Ultra, the beer that just easy on the lips and easy on the hips. You know what I'm saying?
Just now I was doing like this. What's that?
Your hand? Yeah, do something with your hand. That's not that, I'd say.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Look at this pretty sign. Look, Veronica commissioned this from from our neon guy.
Our neon guy,
Yeah.
Amazon.
That's him. Yeah, he's a nice fellow. Speaking of Amazon, look at these
speaking
sick
of other
shirts that we got.
custom Amazon cool stuff.
For anyone that's not watching,
Wait,
just
I
listening,
can't see shit.
Veronica and I both made basically custom Barbenheimer shirts. Mine is pink with a combination. What would you call this type of style of art? Because they are similar styles of art. It's like pop art almost. Maybe?
I don't know.
But
I'm not even gonna pretend to know.
I guess that's supposed to be Barbie and Ken. And then watching the atomic blast in the background. It's really great. And then Veronica's is really cool. You want to describe yours?
Yep, it is. Just says Barbenheimer and some real basic ass lettering. Also, I've noticed that Corey's is pink, and I chose the white one.
Yes, she chose the white one.
I have class.
No, I look good in pink.
No, you
in
do
fact,
look really good in pink.
You
actually.
notice it makes me look tan, and I've been tan.
Yeah,
more
you are
tan.
already tan because we live in Las Vegas now,
yes.
which is a new development. We haven't recorded this podcast since we moved to Las Vegas.
We are, if you notice also, we are way more casual. We're on a couch now.
I was putting way too much care
she was getting a little
into production,
no one
and then
cares.
we just weren't recording episodes because I had to make it perfect.
Yeah, but now we're just relaxing on a couch. Got a cold one in one hand. I got my my knee on the other. Wait, my hand on my knee on the other, and we're just chilling. It's nice. I got my iPad, and hey, we're ready to go.
Okay, so you have notes? Because
I got notes.
I'm not doing notes anymore. In fact, I think the only way I'll be able to do this podcast is if I just
notes.
do nothing.
How to get
Just
in dark mode?
don't make any preparation.
I need a little preparation.
I know.
feel
I would like if
I'm
you
too-
would, because
Yeah.
one of us needs to, but it's just not going to be me.
So, first off, this is the Trifecta. The Trifecta movie podcast with Corey and Veronica. We've had quite a hiatus. It's like a 14
2 years?
months. Yeah.
2 years, I think.
I mean, but we've recorded, but they were never good enough.
No, it's been 2 years since we released an episode.
Yeah, so it's been a little while, but we're back. We are now living in Las Vegas, so we thought it was time. Look at our cool couch. We've got this cool, like, Veronica thinks it's like a couch from a motel or
it definitely is. It's like, but it's not
it's like a nice hotel.
It's not like no. It's
a
like a
two-star-
motel,
two-star
but
hotel.
it's from like, the $100 a night suite at the motel.
Shoot, that's
which has like
too
a
rich for
dirty
my blood, you know what I'm
jacuzzi
saying?
and like
Don't call it
a
dirty.
carpeted bathroom.
Okay,
But
well,
it's like the
but you're
scratchy
in.
carpet.
You're in.
I know. but it's like the scratchy carpet. But I think this came out of.
This was a nice one.
This doesn't smell like urine, and it was nice and ready for us to own.
It's a nice couch, and we're enjoying it.
Nothing more Vegas than a motel couch.
Now, normally for the trifecta, I'll just explain a little bit because it has been a hot minute. Is we choose
a very hot minute.
3 movies that have a common theme of sorts. And we put them together and we analyze them and we cross-reference them, and it's this chaotic, cool vortex of sorts of movie knowledge.
What is it?
It's chaotic. It's a vortex.
Oh, okay.
It's a vortex.
It's a vortex.
But this time, doing things a little differently. This is our special Barbenheimer episode. Now, I know we call it the trifecta, but we might have to. I don't know. I think we've thought of some interesting ways to bring in a possible third.
Yeah.
Possible
third.
Huh?
We literally have thought of some interesting bringing in a possible third actually to the podcast.
Yep, exactly. But so we are going to look at both Barbie and Oppenheimer, movies that we saw as a double feature. Check it out on our Instagram.
I mean, it is certainly. Anybody listening to this, even if you don't care about movies, they know heard of Barbenheimer.
Like, it is the great meme of our time, I would say.
Hollywood
I've not been
memed
as
us
excited, and it worked.
Into going to the movies twice in one day.
If it was a ruse to try to get a double feature going, we did.
I had a great time at the
line
Ruse.
And sinker.
The Ruse was a great time.
Yeah,
no regrets.
No, we had a great time. We dressed up for both,
as I tend to.
We decided on Oppenheimer first. I think it made sense. You don't want to end the day on Oppenheimer, you know.
Although, like, it ended up being amazing, and probably could have done it the other way around.
It
but
actually was like.
I'm still fine with how we did it.
Yeah, it wasn't like super dark. I mean, it was, but it was a heavy.
Yeah,
viewing.
It was a heavy movie, but it wasn't. It was actually at the end. It was more like. I didn't feel depressed.
You're like, whoa.
Actually, at the end, it was just like
astounded.
Wow,
you know?
like, yeah, I don't know. There was another. That's not even an emotion. What I just did. That was several emotions.
And we took a little bit of time off. We were gonna go without our sweet child to see Barbie.
Yep.
But
we're trying to drop her off at the kids jail,
the illegal kids jail at most casinos, which makes me feel a little bit like a bad parent, but at the same time,
I feel like the fact that those exist make anyone feel like a bad parent. But
I mean, we're paying for, you know.
So if in Las Vegas there is a place called Kids Quest where you can drop your kid off
and then go gamble,
and like you can go gamble or do. I mean, that's the intention.
There are movies,
that's why they have it, is so that you can go gamble. I went there when I was a kid because I was born here, and
parents loved.
I totally remember loving going to Kids Quest because otherwise I was just like standing around a casino while my parents gambled. Like I didn't want to do that.
No,
Kids Quest has like when I was there, it had like Nintendo 64s and like a dress up thing and like
Xbox One.
No, it was way before that. It was like
no, I'm saying now.
Oh, now it has that. Yeah. And they're like playing movies and stuff. I think it was like that back then too. I was stoked to find out that it was still a thing when we moved here. And I was like, Ramona's going to love this. And then she does.
Yep. We tossed her in there for Oppenheimer because I don't think it would go a little over her head maybe. It was
she would have just been
3 hours.
Bored as hell if we had brought her she would have just been so
It's
bored.
also rated R. I would never show. I know you would show her like The Exorcist today.
I would never.
I would never
No,
show
I know.
her that.
No.
There were too many titties.
There were many titties,
and
but
I was very happy with the titty amount.
But it was really just
choice. I did not.
I mean, it was only 2 titties.
But we saw them several times. We saw them at least 4 times.
But the number of titties didn't change.
Oh, but the amount and like the lighting, like they lit those titties.
They
like
did.
4
they
times.
lit those titties.
Oh, and I've never seen Florence's. She's got a nice set. Nice pair.
Alrighty.
Nice twofer, you know. Like I've never seen it.
They were pretty good. Yeah, I liked her.
So yeah, a little bit of a spoiler alert. If you want to see Florence Pugh's perky set, please check it up.
Her perky pews. If she doesn't name her tits for perky pews.
Damn, that actually sounds like her fan base. You know, yes. You trying to see
what
my
is our
pews?
Fan base? I know it's like one person.
It's maybe Allery, and that's it. And maybe
and
Angelo.
then people. Like, you know, all of my haters, all of the people stalking me.
They're gonna like listen to a
listening just to make fun of me.
Yeah, it's like they ironically like become like our biggest fans.
That's my favorite thing about people that like hate stalk me is like I'm still winning.
Well, they're giving you your time or their time and energies.
So I hope they please hate stalk, hate subscribe. Hate comment, hate like.
I know, and like go to our Patreon, like pay us $5. I'm like, dang,
that'd be great.
This is exciting. Yeah, we're making money.
Be great.
So 2023, was a year of duality. And,
Year of duality.
And the gloriousness of, what fucking, was it the 16th, I think? No, that can't be right. The 23rd, that was it.
I think I'm going to have to like move this
think.
pillow right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't sit normally.
Barbie and Oppenheimer come out the same day.
Goodbye, pillow. It was
Memes.
really nice knowing
Oh,
you.
no. Memes happen. We bite. And we saw both. And let's start off with the taglines. Now, the taglines were very different. Oftentimes, good Lord,
I'm sorry. I just have to.
seeing a lot of what's going on
I
underneath
just feel
there.
there's nothing going on. I'm wearing black shorts.
Unfortunately,
It covers more than my swimsuit.
that's very true. You wear extremely
The white is
upsetting
my shirt, which is too long.
swimsuits.
So I can't buy any t-shirts that aren't like a dress on me because my torso is
I know.
like 1/3 of my body.
She's got a lot
1/4?
of legs. She's leggy. She's leggy.
I feel like my head's my head's like so tiny. Like, why don't my proportions just get longer? It's like teeny tiny, sort of tiny.
Something was up. Like
then
you were being
long,
creative.
and then my feet are like, and that's just rude.
Yeah, that's why you wanted to wear socks. I said.
Yeah.
I like
I
your.
have to
I like your
hide
feet.
them.
I like your feet.
Yeah, other people like my feet too, but that's for the Patreon.
True. You got to put that behind a paywall for sure. But so the taglines for both of these movies were, and I wonder if it's because they're still so brand new, like they're still in theaters, that they don't have like, because anyone who's listened to our first 14 episodes knows that
Most of the movies we've covered have been
they
old
have
as hell. Also,
and they have a lot of taglines.
yeah,
like
because they've been around and have been marketed several times and
re-release, 20
Yeah.
year anniversary, all that shit. But there's only one tagline for Oppenheimer. You ready?
Can I guess it?
Sure.
Is it Florence Pugh's titties make an appearance in this film?
I really thought you were gonna actually make a serious guess, and that was,
And why?
I was hoping
and
that,
for what reason would you think that?
I don't know. I screwed myself up. How do I get this to stop going to sleep? Because every time I
Oh,
stop
you
looking
got to
at
go. Oh, geez.
it. Do it.
Go to
for me.
settings. I'll tell you.
Okay.
This is great
This is
podcast
great.
content.
It's called The World Forever Changes. Think on that real quick while I'm changing this.
Okay, go
All
to
right,
settings. Go to display
Okay.
and
okay.
brightness.
Yes.
And then go to auto lock.
Auto lock. Oh, right there.
And then change. Nope.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh,
I'm watching you make so many mistakes.
oh,
That's
go
the
to auto
one.
lock. There it is.
Make
Wait,
it.
there
Oh,
it
it's because you have low power mode on.
is. Oh God.
Turn that off.
This is great. Keep this in, please.
Okay.
Keep this in.
Yep. Click that and never.
Yeah. fucking never. What the hell?
Fantastic.
So stupid. All right, we're back in.
Oh, okay.
So you were supposed to comment on The World Forever Changes. Do you agree with that tagline?
Yeah. I guess that's fine. It feels. God damn
It was
it.
just one cough. Veronica's so worried about my cough. I just had one left in there in the
Because-
chamber.
oh my
I was like,
God.
"Cacao." I didn't. Did I cough? Did I cough into the fucking mic? Did I cough into the mic?
Had one in the chamber cacao.
There was nothing to worry about. I'm not coughing
Okay,
straight
okay.
in the mic.
You're right. I think
Now
the
here-
most annoying thing about coughing is to continue talking about your cough.
You just let it go. I'm ready to let it go. Are you
Okay,
ready to
okay.
let it go?
The world never changes. It
No,
sounds like
that's
no. What is
fucking
it?
James Bond shit.
Always changes.
The world forever changes.
Forever changes, but war never changes. Do you know what that's from? No, you don't.
That's not the tagline.
No. Do you know what the tagline "War never changes" is from though?
A movie.
No.
A video game.
Yeah.
Halo.
Why the fuck would
Bioshock.
I be referencing Halo?
Fallout.
Thank you, sir. First of all, Halo? Have you ever seen me play Halo a day in my life?
I feel like that's true. I feel like Fallout kind of like was inspired by Oppenheimer dropping
It
the bomb.
is.
But I actually
dude.
don't know. Wait, is that why it's called Fallout? Because there's Fallout
Corey.
shelters after an atomic. Okay, all right.
It
all right,
literally
no,
the
all right,
entire
all right,
premise
okay, you
of
know.
the game is a fallout
I've
after
not- I've
nuclear
never seen
war.
this shit. Okay, all right. That's
So
pretty
war
cool.
never changes, and then this is
The
that's
world
really
forever
funny.
Changes.
That's very
But
interesting.
the one thing I don't like about that is no one has really dropped the atomic bomb since. So how has it changed? That we're aware.
How do we know
that
it really happened? Well, I guess all the people that died and
Yeah.
people that knew those
200
people.
plus people. Wait, 200 plus? Yes.
Okay,
a lot
but
more than 200 plus.
like
200,000 plus. I meant.
my new personality is just pretending like I'm an insane conspiracy theorist on this
Here we go.
podcast,
Yep.
and then making
what
everybody who
people-
listens to it
just gonna
think that
tilt
I
this in
might
just a little bit.
actually be that. So, first, let me
I'm
say
concerned, but go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that none of the footage of the atomic
Atomic
bomb tests are real.
Trinity, which was
Yeah, Trinity. I don't think
Correct.
any of that's real. I think it was all faked. Because
Well,
that
some
shit
of that
looks
shit
like
seems real.
Godzilla, first of all. Like it looks like old and shitty and grainy. And
Well, it was
like
the 40s.
also like they were in like a race with other countries to like, have good bombs.
So
There's like incentive to like, I don't know.
It's like propaganda thing.
Could be.
It's possible.
A lot of people think that about the moon landing. Not that the moon landing didn't happen, but just that the footage of it was faked because we didn't have good footage. Or any, maybe. Because, like, how the fuck... My question was always, how are you going to get cameras into space like that and make them work well and get them through the atmosphere without ruin? Like...
Yeah, because it would be film cameras. Like, how would that work
How?
with zero,
It seems so... like, I don't think that we didn't go there necessarily, but... I'm not sure that the footage is real. I don't know. I could be convinced.
That's more believable than like the whole thing's fucking faked, or that like obviously the atomic bombs were made. Like I was just on Instagram watching. Did you know that they filmed them in Los Alamos? There was actual film of Oppenheimer like testing the bomb. All the shit like from the movie, like before the Trinity launch, actually was put on film. Isn't that cool?
That is very cool.
Yeah.
I want to go to Los Alamos.
We should. It's still a thing, and we're close to it now because it's in New Mexico.
I love driving through New Mexico anyway, but oh my God.
Do you hear that it's not like a rough cough? It's just the last little remnants of a sickness. I apologize, folks. Let's move past it.
I like that you're drinking through your sickness.
I figure this will help. Either if not, then I just don't have to feel it. I don't know. It's fine. So they're not normally after our taglines, we do a little blurb. Because
but there's no blurbs?
New, I've got a little something here that was someone.
Okay.
It was actually from a review, and I want to read it to you real quick.
Okay.
Oppenheimer is a dense and intricate period piece playing out in a tangle of timelines. It weaves together courtroom drama, romantic liaisons, Florence, am I right? Laboratory epiphanies, and lecture hall personality cults.
Okay, of those things you just listed, what is the strongest point of the movie and the weakest point of the four topics?
Romantic liaison's probably the weakest.
I completely agree.
I think Nolan has a real problem with writing
female characters.
That's been the case throughout his entire filmography.
That was certainly the weakest part of the movie, which is so funny in contrast to us discussing Barbie.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I mean, talk about like things
talk
like
about
the
female
Bechdel,
characters.
which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
I would say that the romantic elements, obviously, Kitty Oppenheimer, which sounds weird. It's like Kitty is like such a casual name. Oppenheimer is the most intense last name
It really
I've ever fucking
is.
heard.
You mean alcoholic mom who was like, I've been dealing with this baby all goddamn day.
He's like, someone take the kid,
She's so, like,
I don't know why she sounds
45-year-old smoker from Philly.
Is very much, I don't know. She's kind of insufferable. And Florence Pugh doesn't really have much of a personality. I guess, I mean, you said when we
left. She doesn't. She was basically like, she was a little more likable, but I don't think that she basically was just a way to parrot. This is what communists would say. That's true. Think.
Yeah, she was
like she was just a device
mouthpiece.
to just communism. Show communism in the time, like to represent what people thought.
I had no idea about Oppenheimer's like communist sympathies, and I thought that was an interesting thing.
It is. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, I think he was also just like
to his character. I think too.
Certainly. I mean, like, he is also an actual human, and it probably brought some nuance to him being an actual person.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, he was very into reading about history. He probably, although he claimed he read all the,
What's that fucking thing?
The
Indian
yeah. So when we were leaving the theater, Corey thought that the famous line that he says, which is, I am become death, destroyer of worlds, was from something that was actually referencing what is that?
It's a great poem by Percy Bysshe Shelley. His middle name's Bysshe.
What a Bish.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Bish.
Married to
Mary Shelley,
who wrote
Frankenstein's monster.
What?
No, it's not Frankenstein's. Frankenstein's monster.
Just breathe though, and start. Just breathe it out.
Okay,
the anger out.
What it's actually from is the Bhagavad Gita.
Can't believe you still remember that. How is that just?
I don't know,
head?
but I just remember it.
Cool.
And because I have seen that video a bunch of times of actual Oppenheimer describing what it was like after they completed the Trinity, I guess, initiative and created the bomb.
Pretty
and
cool.
He talks about the story from the Bhagavad Gita, and that's what he's referencing in that. So yeah, I was for the first time ever in history, I knew something Corey didn't know.
That's true. It's
and
also
we all must celebrate.
One of the coolest quotes I've ever heard as well. When I was right, some of us cheered, some of us cried.
most of us were silent.
Really, that's a deep cut right there, folks. If you don't get it, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
So, got some trivia for you here. You ready for it?
Yeah, super ready.
So, first off, Nolan. Let's talk a little bit Nolan. Now, you're not a big
I don't
Nolan
know
fan.
anything about him.
This bitch like slept through Batman Begins, which is very upsetting.
Oh my God, I don't care
I didn't even
about
try
those
her to get Dark
Batmans.
Knight or Dark Knight Rises. There was no way, right?
I
I
care
thought she'd like
nothing.
The Prestige, but I don't know if I tried and just gave up.
No, we did.
I think she
We-
saw Memento.
We tried. Yes, I did like Memento.
I don't know why you wouldn't like The Prestige. That was really good.
No, I think I did. I think I was just sleepy that day.
Yeah, she's
But
always sleepy. God, just
that's
look at
not
her
true.
face. She's always sleepy.
I'm not sleepy all the time. Like
Sleepy
now,
bitch.
that doesn't happen. I don't ever fall asleep now to movies.
Yeah, because we never see movies. When was the last time we fucking saw movies? Besides Barbenheimer, of course.
I'm a busy lady.
And you're like, oh, I'm running and like doing things for my heart and like, I'm like taking care of myself. I'm up at 4:30. Like I'm at the gym now. I'm like, oh, who is this woman? I remember when you used to sleep until noon. You're like,
First of all,
hello everyone.
when I'm like 50
I'm awake.
and I'm still like fuckable at 50, I don't want to hear any of this.
My dick won't be. Man, I won't be alive at that point. Let's be honest. I'll be 10 years dead.
You're
dude.
not gonna be alive when I'm 50.
No. I told you I'm not making it to 40, babe. You keep I keep saying this, but it makes her
It's
sad.
a really
when I say
good thing that you filled out your life insurance yesterday.
it. Exactly. And I got the good stuff too.
The good stuff.
You get 100%. It's because I asked her. I called her. I said, "Hey, who should I give like all my money to? Should I give it to Ramona?" And you're like, "Nah, give it to me." I was like, "All right."
No, you weren't. You were like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I was like, "All right."
And then
I
my
did a
feelings were a
squinty.
little hurt by how much you were questioning whether or not you should
I
leave
thought
your assets to me.
I thought she was gonna. That meant that she was gonna kill me because if I die normally at like 90, Ramona would be the one to get it because your ass would be 89 and you'd be old as shit and you'd be close to death, probably following me to the grave.
I don't plan to live that long. No, I guess I do. I feel like I'm going to live I'm going to live a long time.
Yeah,
like-
if you're
what do you
waking up
think?
and running and shit, then
Well,
yes,
yeah,
of
but I
course.
just mean like my spirit, like just feels like I'll live a long time. Like, do you think I'll can you? I'm not really like a dying
No,
early
I'm
type
dying-
of girl.
I'm dying early, but you'll live. You'll live.
I'll live. I'll
You'll
live on.
But you won't live well.
Okie dokie. God
It's
damn
not.
it.
It's a dry cough. Oh no, a dry cough. Remember that?
No.
No, me neither. It was a COVID reference. You remember it was
Oh,
like the
I
dry
can't wait to
cough?
not remember that.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
So yeah, Nolan got really into. Oh God. He got really into IMAX, which is cool. I am not a fan of 3D. You remember when 3D was a thing, babe? Do you know what? First off, do you know what 3D stands for?
The third dimension?
That's correct. And do you know what dimension we're in?
The fourth dimension.
That's correct as well. Very good. Yes, because there are 4 ways, right? 3D.
I think we're both wrong right now.
No, I think we are 3-dimensional as human beings. We are 3-dimensional. But
Wait, did you
I
just try to
thought-
convince me that we live in the fourth
I
dimension?
feel like you started to believe me.
I thought you were right for a moment.
Yeah, and then I got like sad because I was making fun of like a dummy like you, and or I was like taking advantage of your idiocy, and so I backed up. I backed right the fuck off. So
Such a kind soul you are.
we are in the third dimension, and 3D. It could never do it, and it was kind of gimmicky. You're like, whoa, look, a knife's coming right out. Oh no. That's how everyone's like, what?
Is that what you did? That's why they
No,
stopped making
because
3D
I got
films.
angry at it. Yeah, actually, no. I got so angry at it because I was being pandered to. I didn't want that shit. I said, go fuck your mother. If you're gonna fucking make a 3D movie, you can count me right the fuck out. I will be at the 2D showing every single time.
All right.
So then
Good
Mr.
talk.
Nolan comes in and he's like, you know what? Fuck this 3D shit. I'm shooting shit on IMAX.
I mean, IMAX is really cool, but
IMAX
you
is
know,
cool as fuck.
I would have loved to have seen Oppenheimer in one of those like IMAX like dome theaters.
Those are called OmniMax.
Yeah, I would love to see it in OmniMax.
It's not a real thing.
I would love it though. Can you do that?
We saw it in IMAX, which was great. And apparently the 70 millimeter and IMAX is the way to go. I don't know. It's all fucking.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about cameras and shit, but all I know is that
still
IMAX
believe
is cool as
that.
fuck.
I mean, like this might all be a conspiracy of Hollywood to just get us to go buy the most expensive tickets to.
It was not cheap.
It was not
Let's just
cheap.
say I broke the bank.
Definitely
I broke
left
that
our debit
piggy
card
bank
here,
open.
and then almost had nothing to eat. Had to sneak in some Subway sandwiches.
God, I know how did
Because
we
the
make
movie
that?
theater doesn't have Apple Pay because they live in fucking 1980.
I was very they were luckily they let us eat sandwiches in there because we were about to be
The lady was
hangry.
like, just don't make a show of it. Like,
And I was like, hey y'all, it's fucking Subway, let's
Yeah, I
go.
was like,
And
anybody want some Subway?
Yeah, exactly. I was throwing it to the crowd. But this is actually the first time that black and white was used for IMAX. Did you know that? That Kodak had to make specific
shit.
black and white IMAX
That's
film.
cool.
Yeah. He's always like doing shit.
That's
being
funny.
Crazy.
That's
No
like,
one's like,
that's
whoa,
like
what am I doing
backwards because usually, God damn it, usually
No one knows it.
every single like movie that exists, which is made with any modern cameras, would always have had some version of black and white. That's pretty cool.
It's but just because IMAX has never really been used before Nolan, like no one used it. Like they used it in like
Action.
or in just barely like small parts, or it was in like a fucking Disney movie for like the Arctic or some shit, and it was like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm gonna make a whole fucking movie with this show because it's like heavy
Really
and it's
cool.
like it's loud. There's a bunch of shit with IMAX.
I just said it was pretty really cool, and I stand by that.
Yeah, because it is, and it is a spectacular thing to view. Obviously, it was actually one of his cheaper movies to make. We'll get into that in a little bit, but it's just because there's not really any action set pieces. Now,
I love that about it. God, I loved how there was no action.
there is no CGI at all. Isn't that interesting?
I love it.
They made the whole atomic explosion practically.
You know what?
What's that?
Sounds like people in the 40s who also made
Well, he did.
those explosions
Nolan
with
wanted
practical effects.
Nolan wanted to actually set off an atomic bomb. But
Okay, wait, really quick.
The studio said no.
Let's do that phone call.
Hello.
Is that what
This
he
is
sounds
Nolan.
like?
He's British. Jesus
Oh,
Christ. You're
okay.
the other person on the other line. Hello, head of Universal.
Hi, yeah, this is head of Universal. That's what I call myself.
Yes. So I was looking, and we're actually a bit under budget here. This is the cheapest movie I've made since bloody hell. Maybe The Prestige, actually.
Hold on, please. Hold on. Okay, I'm back.
Anyways, so I was just wondering. I've got all this figured out. I've got all the safety. I've got a location in the New Mexican desert.
Sir,
And yes,
are you going to ask us if you would be able to detonate an atomic bomb for your film?
you read my mind. Yeah, you actually read my mind. Now I know that sounds a little bit absurd.
For so
But
many
let me
reasons, no.
hold
For
on,
so many
hold on.
reasons.
Let me give you one reason.
There's
why.
not.
It would look really cool. on film. It would
Okay.
look
I'm
really
sure it
cool
would,
on
Mr. Nolan.
IMAX, 70 millimeter.
Could you, if you would just please go fuck your mother, and then if you would go fuck your mother. Okay, thank you.
Ah, bloody hell.
But keep making the film and
Bloody
good job
hell.
and stuff. But
Click. That's how it would go.
very nice.
That was very true to form, true to life. So they did say no to that, but that man pretty much has carte blanche in Hollywood. Do you know what that means, carte blanche?
That he can do whatever the hell he wants.
That's correct.
Do you
I
know
think I'm using that correctly.
what that actually? I think it
It's
is
French. It means like a
blank
blank
slate
cart.
or blank menu, right?
Blank cart.
No,
Cart.
a cart.
No, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No,
You
I'm
know
pretty sure
French.
cart means map
Didn't you take a lot of
or like
year
yeah,
of
like
French?
a cartographer.
Didn't you take a year of French?
Is I don't know. I'm making shit up now. I don't know things. Stop pretending like I know things.
That's true. She doesn't know things. So the film was laden with actors. I was like, every single person would turn around and I'd be like, holy shit, it's Josh Hartnett, who I fucking love to see in
fucking love
films
him.
again.
And then I forgot
really great.
about how hot he is, except I remembered it a little bit from The Faculty. But in The Faculty, he looked a little bit like a school shooter, and
He
I'm
was
not
young.
into
He
that.
actually grew into his hotness. I feel like he
he's
aged
so
very well.
much hotter.
He's
He's
gotta
like
be in
a
his
dad
40s now. Yeah,
he's like his dad age, like
Yeah.
hot dad age.
Mhm.
It's my favorite.
It was great. We love to see Josh Hartnett. I've missed him, honestly. It's funny. He was actually in the running for Batman Begins. Did you know that? He was one of the finalists.
I don't care.
What?
You know I don't care
gonna
about
say also that-
Batman's unless they star George Clooney,
Yes. Valis Kilmer.
Valis.
I don't know what
Kilmer.
Val is short for, but
It's for Valerie.
Or
It's Valerie Kilmer.
Michael Keaton.
That's correct.
That's most of the Batmans.
Yeah.
That's
so
just Christian
except
Bale.
the
So you're
ones that
telling
everybody
Christian
says
Bale and
count.
Robert Pattinson don't count.
No.
Or Benjamin Affleck.
Certainly not. Certainly not Benjamin Affleck.
Anyways, Cillian Murphy, ironically, was also a finalist, and there's actually screen tests of him as Batman. It's very weird.
Which
see.
would have, I feel like that would have been fine.
They liked him. They thought he was very dynamic. He ended up playing another character in Batman Begins, which you would fucking know if you sat down and watched his shit.
I do love Cillian Murphy.
Do you think he's hot? He's weirdly like
he's got like a
he's
weird
very androgynous.
face.
A little
Yeah,
bit, you
he
know?
is slightly
This
androgynous.
intense high. He
It's
actually
the
looks a lot like
eyes.
Oppenheimer.
He
really
does.
does. Like especially like the way that they
It's
like
the
shoot him.
cheeks. He's got those sunken in cheekbones.
Yeah, and
The like
high
worn
cheeks.
by
You know, he
ethically questionable work over many
he
years.
lost weight for the role to stay so gaunt and everything.
Yeah,
he's
that's
always
smart.
been thin, but he like lost weight and then he kept to like a regimented like what do you called when the intakes caloric that's how you say it.
Caloric deficit.
Yes, to keep that gaunt look, you know, that cool ass Oppenheimer look. Now, am I alone, babe, in thinking that Oppenheimer was not American? I swear to Christ, I didn't know he was just some fucking Jewish kid from like the Bronx or something.
No, I knew that he was certainly American because that story is American as fuck. And then I also watched the actual video of him describing.
Oh yeah, and he
So I knew
American
how he
shit.
sounded. Yeah,
you're right.
I knew.
I don't know. I mean, so many like of those guys were fucking like transplants from other countries and shit.
Oh, you mean on the team? Yeah.
Yeah, Niels
For
Bohr,
sure.
fucking Teller, like all those guys. Like a lot of them were talking like this. Sort of.
Except his one friend, who's the actor that we couldn't remember his name or whatever, Humboldt or something. What was it?
Yeah, Humboldt. Damn it, I should Krumholtz.
Krumholtz. That's
yeah,
it.
he's a comedic actor. It was cool to see Josh Peck randomly in it.
That was really funny.
It was.
Josh Peck being in that, and then he's
pretty
the
good.
one who like presses the button.
He pressed the fucking button. Rami Malek testified against RDJ, who, by the way, is an excellent actor.
He
and I feel
killed
like people
the fucking role so
forget
hard.
that Robert Downey Jr. can fucking act his heart out because he's been.
Who
Iron Man
forgot
for so
about
long.
that?
I guess maybe people saw him as Iron Man, but he actually killed it as Iron
Yeah,
Man.
I was going to say, what do you mean?
And he was great in Tropic
RDJ
Thunder.
has been like kind of a staple as far as like
Even when he was
amazing
high as
actors.
fuck on cocaine back in the 90s, that man could still act.
Was he
like,
high as fuck on cocaine and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
No, he was like, he had like, at that point,
That
he
was like
got,
his
clean and shit.
resurgence
Yeah,
of like,
mhm.
yeah, I love him in that. But like,
Great movie. He was great in
He's-
Charlie Bartlett. Is that what it's
oh
called?
yeah, that's the kid who sells drugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest in peace, the Russian kid that didn't you like look at, he was trying to find Anton Yelnats and tell the people, the nice people at home, what you googled to try to figure that out.
So if you want to find out who this kid is, you just write in Russian actor kid hit by car died. And it doesn't
like
even come up.
Anton Yelnats?
It doesn't come up with like
It's not like did you mean
no,
or
no,
like-
did you mean? Or there's no blue links. It literally just says
It's
his
just
name and a picture of him.
It's like rest in peace, dude. That's so sad. He's such a good. He was 27, I think.
Wow.
Wait, 27.
Was
Club?
he?
27 club.
27 Club?
Damn.
We made it past the 27 Club.
Surprisingly.
I'm not surprised. Why are you surprised? I already told you I'm going to live on.
Oh right. Yeah. For years and years after I
Many.
finally perish. It'll happen soon enough. So Jean Tatlock.
Who the fuck? Oh, that's for Florence.
That's Florence Pugh. Do you remember when like
Pugh
she
titties.
like killed herself or whatever? Like suicided herself in the bath?
Uh-huh.
There was like a weird cut and I was like, "Oh, does that look like someone's murdering her?" Apparently, yeah, there was almost like to like
yes.
leave like some like wait,
Yeah,
did
because she was a
actually kill herself?
communist. My interpretation was certainly that the film was telling us that she was killed because there was a black glove that was drowning her.
Yeah.
In that cut.
I know, but I think she killed herself. Or maybe it's like maybe she didn't.
And so they just added
think it
that
was
in
just-
for funsies?
Yeah.
Or no,
Yeah,
they were
he's just
certainly
All right, look. Shall I read this? Okay, it says several short cuts of the scene when Jean Tatlock drowns in the bathtub. One of these cuts, and only one, briefly showed a gloved hand pushing her underwater and was never mentioned again or discussed whether it was really a suicide.
right, because what's actually important to the story is how Oppenheimer reacted to that.
Of course.
But-
so I wonder in real life if it's known, or maybe people don't know. She drowned. in the
Right.
bathtub.
Maybe
Did
she
drown
killed herself, but because she was a communist,
she-
who knows? Because so
she
many.
Drowned, she drowned her. Nah, who knows?
Who knows?
But I thought that was interesting because I was like,
Hey,
like,
so was
blink-
that
blink
after
and then you miss it.
like? Is it possible that could be because like there's that whole situation where they were discussing whether Oppenheimer's friends were all communists? Is it possible she was like sort of found out through investigation after people were
Must have
looking
known
into
that.
him?
People must have already known that she was because she was
No, not that she was found out to be a communist, but that she became on people's radar because of her connection to Oppenheimer.
That's a good question.
Because like, I mean, she could have just been assassinated for just being an outspoken communist anyway, but it seems like in the context of the film, a much crueler irony that she would be killed by being in contact with Oppenheimer just because people were associating him with communists.
Yeah, you don't see that. I don't know. That's a good question, and I thought it was It definitely made me want to like the book. I think is called Prometheus of Fire or something like that. Or can you tell the kind folks who Prometheus was, by the way?
He was the Greek god who brought humans fire.
And then he got mad, fucking like the gods
Yeah,
were
he
not
was
happy with that.
had
shit.
to hold up the earth forever, right?
No,
No,
what the fuck, that's
that's
Atlas.
Atlas.
That
No,
shit?
he was doomed to work forever. He was pushing a rock. No, that's Sisyphus.
What the fuck? I don't remember now. He was doing something.
Yeah,
And
he
then
was
they were
like
stabbing
he was,
him and like I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know,
He just had to live in
crows
like
and something.
horrible life for the rest
I
of
don't
his
know.
life
You
forever.
should probably know that. You should know this.
I
You're
don't
supposed to
fucking
be.
know. Why
you're
do you
supposed to be a
keep
Greek
saying
expert.
I don't know
You're supposed to be a
anything?
Greek
I'm
expert.
not
Greek
an expert in anything.
Greek expert. Now, one thing I got to say about Oppenheimer, that man can dress, dude. I loved his outfit.
I know.
His cool little hat. And
I
he
like
had,
for the
makes me wanna
moments.
smoke a fucking pipe.
Does it?
Yeah, but what were we gonna say?
Wait.
Pipes?
Would you smoke a pipe?
Oh yeah,
Of all the ways to consume tobacco, which is the best and which is the worst?
I think pipe is the coolest.
And what's the worst?
Cigar, I guess. No, cigarette, easily. Yeah.
No.
What?
Dip.
Oh yeah.
That is the worst, foulest shit I have ever seen in my life.
That's me spitting.
If you
dip,
do
I think.
that, I respect your choice, but
I think I'll, like,
not near me.
I'll smoke a pipe when I'm like.
I literally
70
want to
and retired.
vomit when I think about those dip cups.
Yeah, and I told you about that.
That makes me so sick.
Yeah, it would like. My college roommate used to dip. He'd spit in the cups, and they were all over the place.
It makes my eyes are watering.
Are you gonna throw up on camera?
I need to make another drink, I think, after thinking about dip.
Oppenheimer, yeah, the man. I don't know. I really like the scene where he's in Los Alamos and he's dressed in a fucking military outfit, and I forget who it was.
Oh yeah, it was
Hartnett?
Humboldt,
Humboldt.
Crumbleton.
Who's like, hey man, you don't need to dress like this. Like just dress like you're a scientist. Just dress how you want. And he does. And he comes out. He's got his fucking shit. He's got his cool hat. I'm like, damn.
It's like really tall pants. His pants that are extra tall. They're high.
Are you into that, by the way? High waisted on men, or is that too high?
I think my problem with Cillian Murphy in this movie is that he's just a little too gaunt and skinny looking.
Gaunt. Yeah, he looks like a crack addict.
He doesn't look manly at all. You're right. He looks a bit androgynous, and I am.
He does.
Not into that.
And so does Oppenheimer. Well, I will be for Halloween a manlier version of Oppenheimer, with the hat.
That sounds good. I mean, you kind of were at the thing.
I was. I looked
dressed
classy.
up a little bit.
I had a nice little suit. Veronica looked great. She had her hair sort of pinned back, almost like a
1940s
like a bombshell pin-up. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. It looked great, and she had her fucking. She was looking good, and she also looked great as Barbie, which we will get into momentarily. Did you just say meh?
Yeah.
So one of the characters, David. What's his fucking name? He was the one that had like a hard on for Oppenheimer, like trying to get him. You know? Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
The fucking guy's like fuck commies.
Wasn't
and all
he
shit.
like
David? Don't worry about his last name. But he was like a drug addict. And
you mean the actor?
The actor, yes, the actor. And Christopher Nolan like took a chance on him because he had been like, he was an actor, like he was like, but he'd been having a hard time with like drugs. And Christopher Nolan took a chance with him in The Dark Knight, and he's been working steadily ever since. And he's had a resurgence. And he's a wonderful actor.
Way to go, Nolan.
David does. I don't
Let's
know,
all bow down to the man who saved the one single. It's like,
shut up. It was nice.
It is a nice thing, but
it was just an interesting fact about this fucking movie. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? We're putting trivia in here. That was a piece of trivia. Yeah, it was trivial. It was trivial.
It was trivial. That,
and guess
you
what?
delivered
That's what
on
I
that.
fucking put on here. And you know what I put? I actually put a heroin guy. And that would remind me. I was like, oh, let me describe that. It's cool. You know?
Heroin guy.
It was good. It was, what would you say was your favorite scene in the movie?
I mean, it might be when Robert Downey Jr. kind of got his, which I'm usually not even a person.
You're not into petty shit.
I'm really not.
Not usually.
Like, not usually into revenge stuff, or I'm kind of like, ugh, not for me. But like, I think it was funny. Like, I think it was
well
done silly. Like, it was like, I do love when people are, this is actually kind of an existential question, because as a person who I'm like generally not into pettiness, I do kind of get a satisfaction out of people who are being petty looking stupid, which is petty in itself. Like, that's meta pettiness, right? So like for me, seeing RDJ, who is the ultimate petty,
Yeah.
The whole movie.
Yeah.
Literally thought everything was about
6 years.
him.
Well, for 6 years, he was like, he's like, Oppenheimer made me mad about isotopes, or
what was his name? Strauss.
Yeah,
Strauss. That's the character.
And he fucking was holding a grudge against him just for like a slight. He said, like, fucking made fun of him because he didn't know shit about science.
I mean, it's one thing to be mad about him, but I think the funniest thing was him thinking that Oppenheimer and Albert Einstein were discussing him.
He's like, oh yeah, he turned him against me. Einstein just didn't like you because you're like fucking.
No, it just
in the grass too.
Einstein, it had nothing to do with him. Einstein wasn't even thinking about him. That's
he was
what's
probably
so
just thinking
funny.
about other
yes.
shit. And he's like, damn,
that's what the funny
crazy.
part about it is.
Oh, that's funny.
Is because
I
Albert
didn't like look at him because he just didn't like him.
No. He was not looking at him because Oppenheimer had just said something extremely thought provoking.
Yeah.
And he was walking away and just thinking
Lost in
about the
thought.
horror of what was about to become.
What could happen in the brave new world? Yeah.
The fact that Strauss thought that they could even be discussing him, and then spent so much time and energy trying to ruin Oppenheimer over the assumption of that is just, it's such perfect like storytelling of a self-absorbed, short-sighted person who has a lot of like self-anger. Like he clearly was insecure, felt like he didn't accomplish what he could have.
And he put it all
Oppenheimer
on
made that all obvious without having to even think about him. It's like, what was that? It's maybe a movie quote or something. I'm sure you'll know. Maybe it's Mad Men.
Maybe.
Where he's like, is this what you think about me? He's like, I don't think about you at all. What is it? Right? Something like that. Yeah. So that's the ultimate.
Was Oppenheimer never even thought. He's like, and
He's like,
Einstein
I was like never even thinking about you at all, which is like, that's the ultimate fuck you. Is like that you didn't even cross my mind. Not that I was actively hoping for your demise.
I literally didn't think about you. You mattered so little to me.
I love that shit.
Yeah, it would. I don't know. It's just satisfying to see someone get their comeuppance.
So I think my favorite scene is probably sort of the unraveling of him, which was at the end when he was kind of made a fool of. Like that shit was pretty poignant.
For me, it might have been just the build up to the fucking Trinity launch. I thought that was brilliant. I mean,
that was so well done.
I know we talked a lot about the score.
The fucking sound design.
Yeah, I would almost. Yeah, like Ronnie was whispering to me, like, it's like a Geiger counter at a part.
There was a bunch of times in the movie where it was like the music, the like ambiance music, the atmospheric music was supposed to mimic like what was happening in the film. There was like a time when they were talking about engineering and like building shit, and you could hear like it was like hammers and like stuff being built but in music form. And then during that scene it was like a Geiger counter like in music form. It was very cool.
Fun fact, there were no drums used at all in the score at all. That was done on purpose because drums are sort of militaristic in their in the way that they sound. And Nolan and I don't know, Ludwig's von something, fucking got it here. Ludwig Göransson both thought that would take away from like, because the whole movie is Oppenheimer, and Oppenheimer's so not military, you know?
Yeah.
He's so not military.
Which is another part to that scene where he's like, take off your military.
Yeah, he's like, this isn't you.
This is not your thing. You're an intellectual philosopher with theory and not a soldier. You know? Which is also probably why him and Matt Damon's character like such a great
but they had a good
chemistry.
rapport, and honestly were like respected each other, you know, like
right. But that's what made them amazing. It's just like every buddy cop thing ever, or
exactly.
like, you know,
it's like the one like curmudgeon guy who's like kind of
you can't have two people that are similar.
They were like
or have
they were
similar
opposites,
goals or
and
thoughts.
I thought it worked well, and it's great seeing Matt Damon. He's always a delight. He's a treat, you know.
Yeah, I liked him a lot in this. He did a good job. Yeah, he was convincing.
Oh, I mean,
he
not
seemed
a bad
like a real
performance.
dude.
Not a bad performance in the bunch. It was great. It was 3 hours, but I mean, it didn't drag at all.
Yeah, no, I was never like, when is this movie going to be over? And
like,
I'm
TikTok, you know?
usually a person who does get bored, or I'm like,
but not this time.
No, I was never bored.
So maybe we'll go back, watch Batman Begins. Dark Knight Rises.
I mean, like,
Inception?
I would consider
you should
it.
see Inception.
I
It's
know.
fucking crazy you haven't
I
seen
did
Inception.
start watching Inception at some
Probably
point.
fell asleep. She's like,
years ago. I didn't fall asleep.
Take a nice little nap here.
I probably was just like, I want to do something else with my life.
That's stupid. All right, we're gonna watch more movies. Look, the podcast back on. I'm forcing her to watch movies at gunpoint sometimes. No, she won't let me have a gun. She's like, what if her daughter gets it? I'm like, I'm gonna fucking like not have it near her.
Leave a comment if you agree with me about having a gun.
I will put it up high.
Where
I'm going to put it up high. I'll put it where she cannot get it.
As a person who
Also,
likes
Ramona,
guns, okay? I like guns. I like shooting
Ramona
guns.
is too smart to like shoot
I
anyone.
think that it's important to own
she
a
won't
gun.
even curse.
And still,
she will not even. She knows some curse words, and she's like, like we
yeah.
even
But
tried
what
to
if
get
she
her to
gets like
say
a
it
little
one time.
crazy little friend that we don't know is crazy, and they're like,
That's why it's up high.
Hid your dad's gun.
It's up high.
You know,
We're gonna let a psycho like that in our house?
how will we know if it's a psycho?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be
They'll
locked
be like,
away.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Elvinstar. It's a
gonna
girl.
be locked up. It's gonna be locked up regardless.
The kid?
So, yes, very much. That was good. So, anyways, how did I even get on this?
I don't know. You're talking about guns.
Guns.
You just really wanted to talk about guns. I think that's why.
I was saying something about how she
Stop
wouldn't do
popping
this.
your bottle.
Oh, you were sleeping about film and shit. I don't remember. It was fucking weird. But so you want to guess, babe, the Rotten Tomato score for this wonderful film?
It's got to be 95.
Very close, 94.
Yep.
With an audience score of 92. So I mean, it was bussin'.
It was
Is that what the kids say?
bussin'.
That sounds weird. I can't say that.
It was
killing
bussin'.
it. It was.
Do you know what a bussy is?
Is it something with a vagina?
Actually, no. It's your butt pussy. It's just your butt. Your bussy. But I think you usually say
Why do you
it
say
when
that?
your bussy is getting fucked. Like you wouldn't be like, does my bussy look good in these jeans? You'd be
I am
like,
upset by this.
I need to do a colonic.
I think it's got to be more than that. I think that's not what it is.
I think this is really accurate history
I'm
I have
I'm
done
actually
zero
upset.
research on.
And I have to look this up now. So the critic consensus is for this Rotten Tomato. Of course, we always reference little tomates. You know.
I like that you're like, I'm gonna look this up, but then you didn't look it up.
I did look it up.
About Bussy?
Oh no, I didn't want to leave off of this. I will look up Bussy in a sec.
Okay, sorry.
The critic consensus.
I'll look up Bussy in
Is
a sec.
Oppenheimer marks another engrossing achievement from Christopher Nolan that benefits from Murphy's, that's Cillian by the way, tour de force performance and stunning visuals.
Yeah.
Now, I referenced that the budget was a lot lower than his other films. That's because the budget for this was only $100 million. I say only $100 million. I'm just like, whoa, Corey, wasn't that a lot of money? I'm like, yeah, but this motherfucker like dropped $250K on some fucking Tenet shit during the pandemic. And he got all his money back because that movie fucking ruled. And I saw it during the pandemic with a mask. I was only the fucking person in the theater. And I was like, let's fucking go. And it was good as shit. Except I couldn't hear it too well.
Why?
The dialogue, I mean. The dialogue,
Oh,
he's
never.
always bad. Yeah.
Never.
Nolan has this weird thing with dialogue where
That was
it's
my
like you
biggest
kind of have a hard
complaint about
time hearing that
Oppenheimer.
shit because it's like the fucking sound is too loud. He's always done that. And
Yep.
I'm
I
pissed
needed
off at him.
subtitles. That was one thing I was thinking the
How
whole
would you
time.
spell Bussy? Bussy?
That's right.
Bussy meaning. Here we go.
Just Urban Dictionary that shit.
I'm going. So, okay.
Am I wrong? Oh my God. I can't
You're a
wait to
little bit.
learn about Bussy.
So, Bussy.
Bussy? Is it Bussy?
It is a portmanteau. The words boy and pussy used to describe a man's anus.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's different.
I mean, no, my explanation, I never
You
did.
said
I
it
just
was
did not use.
You said it was a butt pussy.
I said it was
It's
an
a boy
ass
pussy. No, it's a boy
when,
pussy.
No,
and
I
it's
never said it was a
different from butt pussy.
portmanteau of butt and pussy.
But you called it a butt pussy.
Right, but I'm
When
saying
it was being
that is
fucked.
still accurate. I did not say that it was
But a female
butt of
has
a woman.
a butt pussy as well. It's called a butt.
Yeah, but I was just
So
saying
it's a
it
boy.
is a person's.
What would the boy's version of pussy be? A bussy would
My
be.
definition still stands. You didn't even know what a bussy was. So
Well, now I know because I looked it up. You
I
forced my
literally
hand.
fucked you in the bussy with that answer.
Don't call it that. Don't ever call it that.
Oh my God, I'm so going to refer to
the-
your butt as a bussy. Oh my God, that's so funny. That's my favorite new joke. Okay, go ahead.
So, opening weekend, because of Barbenheimer, 82 million. So it's pretty good. It's almost got this thing. So far, it's made almost 300 million worldwide and over 150 in United States. So pretty fucking good.
Do you think that's due to the conspiracy that Hollywood got us all to go to the movies in the same day twice?
That's part of it. I mean,
it's a pretty
think it
fucking
would've-
good marketing.
It's also a pretty fucking
Do you
good
think
movie,
that
too.
Barbie could sue Oppenheimer or vice
For-
versa
Well, I mean, they're both making
some of the
money
proceeds?
hands over foot. Especially Barbie. You should fucking see that this bitch is putting up.
Oh yeah.
Real money.
Well, that's probably because also wider audience.
Yeah, exactly. It's like more worldwide and shit. But the fact that Oppenheimer, which could be considered like kind of niche, is making this kind of money is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, especially because it's 3 hours long.
A rated R 3-hour
like
fucking war movie that's all just talking. It's just talking.
Thank God though. God, I hate an action film.
Yeah, Ronnie really hates an action film.
I fucking hate it. I hate every action sequence.
Not every action film.
No,
There
I
can
mean
be
like
different types.
The Matrix. I like that.
Well, that's because it's like action sci-fi or sci-fi mostly.
I mean,
It's
some
cerebral.
sci-fi stuff
Cerebral.
that is action I like.
Name one.
Fifth Element.
Okay. Actually,
That's
yeah,
good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that was a good.
There's like a few that I like that are sci-fi action. But if it's just action, like if it's some fucking Sean Connery, fucking
like The
gay
Rock.
ass espionage.
You didn't like The Rock.
I did not like that. If I don't like anything James Bond, I fucking hate every Mission Impossible. Fucking
That's fucked. I just saw Dead Reckoning.
fucking
Part 1. It's
Minority
pretty fucking
Report, all that shit can go suck a fuck.
I like Minority Report.
I've never
That's
seen
actually
it.
different. That's actually sci-fi.
That's
I think you'd
sci-fi.
like
You're
that.
right.
Yeah,
You're
so
right. I
just
probably
shut the
would
fuck
like
up.
that. But I don't like anything Mission Impossible. I don't like anything that's about espionage. I don't need
That's
any
great.
spies.
I fucking love a spy.
I don't want any like superhero shit. Can go fucking
I know
die.
you don't like that shit.
I don't like any of that stuff. I like. Look,
babe.
I'm not usually a person that complains, but like I don't like that
She
stuff.
complains all the time. She was complaining earlier.
True.
She was complaining about my bussy. She said it was
Oh,
looking
I
a
was
little rough.
actually. I think your pussy's looking great.
Oh, thanks.
You
That's
wouldn't.
sweet.
You don't even let me see your bussy.
Oh, I won't even bend down in front of her. I
like
never have.
Corey, if he has to like, if we're like going to shower or something, or like you
I'm
just
like,
happen to be
don't look.
naked and you have to bend down, like
I'll
you
tell
think
to look
about
away.
it.
Yeah, I know.
You like, I don't want you to see my bussy.
Don't want. No,
That's
I don't
what you
want to see
can.
pussy.
You can say that now. You can be like, babe,
Don't look away. I'm showing my
shield
bussy.
thine
My
eyes from
bussy
my
is
bussy.
showing. It's spread wide apart. Please don't look at my spread apart bussy.
I truly don't want to. So thank you, actually. Thank you
It's
for
funny.
warning me. I really don't want to see
Veronica and
it.
I have been married for fucking gonna be 8 years. Together for 12. Never seen each other pee or poop.
Yeah.
And
Ramona thinks it's really funny.
Thinks that, she's like, why don't you like, because she'll come in when we're
Yeah, in the bathroom,
She's like,
whatever.
why won't you let mommy see? Why won't you let daddy see?
And then we can't explain to her that it's because we want to fuck each other.
Yeah, I want to be sexual to this woman over here, and I don't want her to like see me like just fucking like pissing like or just no one needs to see that shit. Stupid as hell.
Thank God you started to sit to pee though.
That saved our marriage.
I think it might have saved the world. Because
It's
like
a little bit hyperbolic.
No, it's
but
not.
Sure.
I'm really. It's honestly.
More people are like.
I'm
it's
really.
growing.
If there's any like cause that I'm really passionate about,
Any man needs to sit to pee.
is for men. to sit
Every
to-
man.
Okay, like honestly, like I mean, I've probably gone on this diatribe before on our podcast, but
Just
like,
fucking sit.
would you
Just do it.
Would you stand on a chair above the table to pour milk into your cereal bowl? And if you wouldn't, then explain to me why.
It's okay.
And then explain to me why you would put yourself in a situation where urine can go anywhere
And it
other
does.
than inside the
And it
toilet.
does. That's the thing. Like Ronnie's like, do you have bad aim? I'm like, my pee just like the stream
I
ain't it
I never
all the time.
Saying that do you have bad aim was just a polite way of saying why are
Fucking
you
sit.
pissing everywhere? Because every man pisses everywhere always.
Yep.
Even if they don't think
Poor
like
Ramona has to be
I
in
would
the
like.
men's room and it
Why
fucking
don't you
sucks.
pour milk into a cereal bowl 4 feet above the bowl? Because there's splashing
Exactly.
and
Or like the
margin of
stream will-
error.
Exactly. Or like the stream isn't perfect. Sometimes it's just like,
And I just can't believe for so many years men are just like, well, that's just
That's
the
just how we
price
pee.
of convenience.
it is convenient.
But
it's nice.
why
I do like
though?
it. I still like it. I still like. I'm like, wee.
But like the thing,
Just wee.
but
Like, in
isn't
a
it
perfect
nice
world.
to sit?
No. I want to stand and then get on with my fucking life.
Okay, so it's just because it's fast.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna start pissing standing up all over the bathroom because it's fast.
Babe,
Like,
you
the
would
funny
be the
thing
one that
is-
would suffer.
No,
I
I
would
know,
be
I
like,
know. Yeah, I know you
it
wouldn't care.
happens.
But, like,
I mean,
honestly,
Ronnie just missed a little bit. I'd
Like,
be like, I would
it
be
is very
understanding.
funny that women could have also just been like, well, it's faster for me to piss while I stand up too.
They're not-
And then they
they're
could
not
have just
gross.
made a horrible mess of the bathroom for 40 years. 100 years? How long have men been pissing standing up?
Since the
Were there
dawn
ladies
of time.
were there ladies in the 1700s begging their husbands to sit on the piss pot thing, the piss
Oh, that's funny.
bucket,
The chamber pot.
the chamber pot?
Yeah, like if you're
Were
like,
men standing?
I
Women
think
have
men
been
must have
standing.
been sitting to do
Women were standing to use that.
that. No, they
Squatting.
Yeah, so were men.
You think they were
I
squatting?
think they were just like holding it right over their dick.
I doubt
think
it.
they're
I bet they were standing up and pissing into it.
Gross.
How is that different than pissing into the toilet?
Because it goes somewhere.
The chamber pot is somewhere.
Yeah, and you have to take it out and manually empty it.
Okay, but standing and or squatting doesn't change that fact.
I think if you stand, it's going to splash all over the place. Oh, it does. Oh, you got me. She got me. Anyways,
Got
it doesn't
'em.
matter because I've been fucking sitting for
I know.
like
I'm
the
so
last
fucking
year and a
glad.
half
Thank you
now.
so much for that. It truly is such a gift, a blessing. I think that was the closest I've ever been, except for just then, to divorcing you. Like, was when I was very pregnant and I was still
Having
puking everywhere all the time, every morning.
There's just pee all over everything.
Oh, no. I went into the bathroom to puke into the toilet at 7:30 a.m. And then I kneeled into a puddle of piss.
It was not a puddle.
It was Corey Elvenstar.
Babe, that's
hyperbolic. It was
It's
not hyperbolic. I know it's embarrassing for you, and I'm
No,
sorry.
It wasn't
But
a
it
puddle.
was literally,
a piddle.
it was a
a
puddle
piddle.
like the size, bigger than my glass opening.
Oh, that was just water probably.
There was no sink in that. That was a bathroom where the sink is partitioned. There's no way that could have been water.
I think I must have just spilled like some water in there.
You
That's
spilled
crazy.
water from your bladder onto the floor, and then I kneeled
How would
in
I have
it.
not? Oh, maybe if it was like the middle of the night and I was like,
Yes, that's how you always did it. In the middle of the night, you just piss on the floor. And I'd be like, can you maybe not?
Well, it's because I had the light off in there. I didn't see that I was peeing on the floor.
I suppose that's an explanation, but not an excuse. However, I'm glad that we made it through that trial because
God.
I honestly was like, I don't think I
Just
can
like,
be
this is
with
it.
this person if he's just going to continuously piss on the floor till
Thank
the end
God
of time.
those days are over. So
Yes, I'm
luckily
really happy.
our marriage is better because I sit. So gentlemen,
So
do the
yes,
same.
do the same. Teach your
likewise.
sons to sit and pee. There's not a reason to start your son out and teaching him
Giving him a.
to like pee all over the floor. Like, it just seems to me like, why would you put yourself in a situation where pee could go anywhere other than the toilet? For me, when I'm in the bathroom, the main objective is that anything coming out of me goes only inside the toilet.
Yeah. Oh, it makes sense. Well, it's so much easier
It
now that I'm
makes
sitting.
so much sense.
Now that I'm sitting, I'm like, oh, this is so easy now.
Wow, there's no pee going anywhere other than where it's
I
intended
never
to go.
have to like wipe it up afterward. It's actually like,
Also, Corey used to be like, like there's no way that the bathroom smells like pee because I pee on the floor because like I wipe it up. I'm like, do you spray the floor with floor cleaner?
I use like a...
Nope, I just use a little toilet paper. Just spread my piss all around the floor.
I mean, I figure it's pretty sterile, right? You can like drink your own pee or whatever.
Yeah, it's not going to give us a bacterial infection, but it is going to make the bathroom smell like a fucking college dorm, which is what our bathroom smelled like for many years. Okay, I'm ready to divorce you now.
Yeah, I know. She's getting heated. I see her getting heated. Now she's drinking. She's gonna hit me later probably. That's what happens. Yep. So does this pass the Bechdel test?
No, right?
Sorry, Nolan. No, but no, right? Maybe in those parts where they're talking about communism, do two like bitches get down about communism? I feel like maybe.
I think there were men present for that.
Shit, you might be right. I say no. Sorry, Nolan.
Yeah,
you gotta work on that
definitely
shit.
not in any memorable way.
I mean, brilliant actors all
There
around.
were definitely not two
And
female characters that had any type of connection.
That's true. Yeah.
And like that's really what the Bechdel test is about. You know, I mean, like you could have a movie that technically passes, but like what you're really wanting is two well-developed female characters that have a connection that's not about a man, right?
And that's not the case at all. Now, you know what is the case? Marry, fuck, kill. You ready for this? All right, marry, fuck, kill. Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Hartnett.
Oh, yes.
And...
Was it Lawrence? That was Hartnett?
And then Crumholtz.
Crumbopulous Michael.
Yeah. Those were like his two best friends. I think that's a good like little trio.
Okay, well,
there.
I have to kill Crumbopulous Michael because he was unattractive. And I just don't like it.
Okay.
And
okay. You know what? I might be the same, but go ahead. Tell me your other two.
I think I would marry Lawrence. Because, like, Oppenheimer, it was a complicated marriage.
Yeah. I would 100% marry Lawrence. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer can get it, though. He can get it. Like one.
I mean,
I'd like to lay with
in
Lawrence
the
more,
movie,
so.
literally, the part where they reference the I am become death, the destroyer of worlds, is when he's fucking Florence Pugh.
And it was great, guy. We love to read the Chondropulous Michael.
Crumbopulous Michael.
No, the text. The
the Bhagavad Gita.
There it was. I knew
It's
it was
written in
something.
Sanskrit.
When sex is happening. So I agree with you 100% on all three of those. No offense to Krumholtz. Great guy.
Honestly, though, I think in any other film, that fucking scene would have been so pretentious. And for just a moment, I mean, I was right on the cusp of making fun of that shit. Because it was like, if you go one more second with this scene, I'm going to think this shit is lame as hell.
I think it's like, I mean, obviously he knew that from
I think
something.
it was really artsy. And like, I get what they were trying to do. But like, the fact was like, I think they were trying to make this female character, the Florence Pugh lady, too I don't know. It's like, she's such a communist. She's going to read like Sanskrit. Like,
why is that
I don't know.
to do with communism?
Because she was like,
she just liked the book. She's like, wow, you speak Sanskrit?
No. It was about her being like ultra intellectual. That was like, they were trying to like.
She was also like a college kid, like student.
That's what I'm saying.
Which in the communisms are only college students and that are only intellectuals? I don't think that's a thing. I mean,
you said it, not me, but I definitely think there are plenty of college kids who are into communism because it's a cool intellectual thing. That's a contrarian from what the older, uncool people think. Like,
I suppose.
Think of every communist you know.
Yeah.
Are any of them over the age of 45?
No.
Are any of them into fishing or guns or off-roading?
No.
Do they go outside a lot?
No.
All right. Well,
I actually don't know that many communists.
That's my point, Your Honor.
I don't know where she's going with this. She's rambling. She's drunk as hell. Look at her. She's fucking hitting her. Fucking, it's a mess.
I've been with the kid all day.
Good Lord. Unfortunately, she is Kitty Oppenheimer. So
that's not true. I love my child. We had such a good day today.
It was a really nice day.
So cute. Ramona was helping us set up the recording equipment in here and recording herself singing songs.
Vegas song. I'm sure you love that.
Dude, I love that. But then also her singing Frozen. And whenever she sings like this.
Yeah, like when she goes up, she tilts her head. It's very cute.
It's so fucking cute, dude.
Pure and wonderful child. And getting away from our child, because we're about to hit on an imaginary woman here.
Yeah.
So Veronica thought that it would be nice to add one last little segment to our things here, which is We Like Your Vibe.
Yep.
Where we choose a character. I think I know who. We've already talked about her lots. The only person that I find somewhat like desirable is Florence
for a
Pugh,
threesome?
right?
Oh.
I mean, we're not going Kitty Oppenheimer, are we?
I was thinking Lawrence.
I don't want to do a male. No.
Why not?
And besides, do you think the We Like Your Vibe thing works for a guy? That's definitely a girl thing. No. A guy is
we could try.
Like, no, a guy, the only time a male female is when they know each other. I swear to Christ. You really think some guy's like sitting there is like, oh, we like your vibe, that's gonna work? No, some girl though might get a little fucking like, okay,
well, my official put into the ring is
it's
Lawrence.
not Lawrence. No, Q.
But okay, fine.
It's Florence Pugh. It's fucking Florence Pugh.
But as long as she doesn't make
a giant
me
cockroach. That is a cockroach, right?
Oh my god, that's a cricket, Corey.
Do you want me to kill it?
No.
What should I do with it? Just let it
be.
be.
Go catch it.
No, let it be.
It's gonna make noise.
If it starts chirping, it will get got, but it's not chirping.
Go get the cricket.
Just let it be.
How dare you also say that?
Right
no.
Now?
Yes, go get a cup and get the cricket. Listen, while you're getting the cricket, I will tell the story of why you need to get the cricket, which is when Ramona and I were staying in our tiny Airbnb here in Vegas while we were looking for an apartment. There was a fucking cricket that I literally had the stomach flu and was dying and trying to sleep. And there was a cricket that wouldn't shut the fuck up. And it was inside of our tiny room. And no. That is a cricket, right? He's huge. Anyways, but you know what? It might be a female because he's not making any noise. No, we do. He doesn't want to be here. He wants to be outside. We could not find the cricket, and literally there were moments where Ramona was crying in the bed next to me, crying, saying, "Mommy, please make the cricket stop." It would not stop. And then eventually we found it was just under a pillow on the floor, and I just put it in a cup, took it outside. Thank you. You're not going to be fucking cutting this, are you? No, I'm not cutting this. Good. I was telling a very good story about a cricket. Thanks for taking the cricket out. How dare you say it was a cockroach?
Of course. I thought it was. outside, the weirdest shit. There are two fucking, I don't think they're cockroaches. They look like beetles. They're just doing a little like fucking like mating dance or some shit by the fucking trash, and it's weird as hell.
Really?
Yeah,
they
you
could
should
be
go see.
cockroaches if they're outside.
Maybe. It's weird. I've never seen them
like we had to have the
they're,
people
like,
come treat
crossing
our
each other,
shit.
going like, I
Oh,
can't tell if they're
cool.
squaring up or fucking or both.
Cool.
It is quite cool. So anyways, we're not propositioning Lawrence. Plus he's classy as shit. Florence is down to clown.
She is down
She
to
likes
clown.
Sanskrit. Okay, so
But as long as no
since you created
intellectual
this
bullshit.
all right, yes. Since you created this new segment, why don't you tell us how this works?
I don't know. I've never done this.
Ooh,
I'm just saying
I've
who
never done
we
this
would.
either. I mean, should we pretend? Are we like doing like role play? Like
I'm certainly not doing any role
hey.
play. I'm just saying
We
if
like
there
your
was
vibe.
any character that we would want to do that.
So the whole "we like your vibes." You know, it's a married couple at the bar. We're making eyes. This is
Yeah,
what we're
I think
doing.
everybody is gay now, so they all know because they've all been to
We
gay
like
bars.
your vibes. We like your vibes.
With like the thing where the people in the couple and they're very unattractive and older, usually like 50, and then
but
like,
we're hot and young. So.
yeah, but I mean, it's for now.
Like, we're not gonna like people's
Someday we
vibes
will.
in like 20 years.
I like everyone's vibe all the time.
I know, but we're not
into
gonna
my
tell
old age.
people. That's fucking weird.
How do you know?
I don't know. You're right, babe.
How do you
And-
think those people become the people? You think that they were always old and unattractive and weird? Don't do the train noise.
The train whistle sigh.
The train whistle sigh.
Mm-hmm.
Dibs on band name.
So that's it. I guess that's our new like little thing at the end. It's just like we like your vibes. You know, like after Marry Fuck Kill, we're like, oh, who would we like our vibes? Florence Pugh, I like your vibes, girl. What's up? What's up? What's up?
I still say
Trying to-
Lawrence, but
trying to read some Sanskrit.
men are just so afraid of dicks.
Well, yeah. I mean, even if like there's only a couple people that I'd maybe have the devil's threesome with.
Who are they?
And
Name them first and last.
it's not gonna happen. And it would have to be a very specific thing. I'm not just going up to some rando at a
It would have to
fucking
be a
bar.
specific thing.
Yeah, like I'm trying to be like, you know,
What specific thing?
like that we have to be cool with each other.
All right.
It just it wouldn't work
Just
with some
taking
rando at
notes
the
over
fucking.
here.
I know. We all know. Jesus, we all know.
Okay.
So moving on to our second film,
Mm-hmm.
Barbie, the Barben to our Heimer.
Uh-huh.
Barbie, 2023's Barbie, written and directed by Greta Gerwig, who rules. She did Little Women, she did Frances Ha, and she did.
Yeah, that's that little
Lady Bird.
16-year-old girl, you know, the one that was yelling about the climate.
No, that's funny. Someone did say that shit though. Isn't that funny?
Thank you, Greta Gerwig. And then it was like a picture of her.
Stupid. But she's great. And Noah Baumbach also directed this.
Honestly,
Or not
I
directed,
do
wrote
have
this. He's
thoughts
good.
on this movie that
Shh,
do seem like it could have been written by a 16-year-old.
Shut up.
Why are you saying shut up to
Because
me?
I need to do the tagline and the blurb. I have a whole thing. Let me. I'm verving my way in.
All right. Go ahead.
You're cute when you're mad at me. I think she gets mad at me.
Go
That's
ahead.
cute. Anyways, so keep your fucking shit to yourself.
I am
all
keeping my shit to myself.
So we only have one tagline because again,
Oh, no.
new film. You've probably heard this tagline before. Do you want to guess it?
Yeah.
Don't be like it's like a fucking butts and tits.
Is it butts and tits?
Yes, it's butts and tits. No.
Okay.
It's she's everything. He's just Ken.
Oh my god.
But you know what he is? Did you not like
He's
that? Is that
Knuff.
everything? He's Knuff. I really like that. He had a shirt at the end that said, I'm Knuff. Or Kenuff, I guess you'd say. Like enough and Ken. You get it's portmanteau. Second time we've used that shit. It's cool.
I use that word all the time, and I feel like it is impressive.
It's one of my favorite words.
As is, I think I already used it once in
Fucking
this,
French, though.
this podcast, but diatribe. It's a great
That's
word.
a good one. Yeah, I like
It's a
that
good
too.
one.
Yeah. We use some fucking good words here, guys. So get ready for
we
that
have
shit.
a great
An
vocabulary.
insane vocabulary.
I'm also dumb and can't read, so
It's a weird dynamic between the two.
just watch a lot of TV.
That's true. She does. Yeah. TV raised her a little bit. That was like her third parent.
A little bit.
I mean, mostly. So again, I don't really have a full blurb for Barbie, but I do have this little thing from IMDb that says the
Okay.
following. I was trying to but then I had an actual cough. So it was like,
Damn it.
but it was like, anyways, if you heard that. Barbie is a fun movie that has surprisingly plenty of heartwarming moments and good messages to offer. The set designs are eye-catching and on point as well. I agree. I think the set design, we both were marveling.
Dude,
at
it
the
must
set
be.
design.
That's probably the best part of the movie.
Especially in Barbie Land.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
Barbie
great?
Land was amazing.
It was just done
Her
with such
outfits were
detail.
amazing.
She's so fucking hot.
The way they
Ugh,
looked
Margot.
was great. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a very fun movie. I think. You think they heard that on? That was a loud pop.
Yeah, I think they heard that.
Pop in the assholes. Do you remember that?
popping their asshole.
Popping each other's ass.
22.
Popping each other's ass.
Is that 22 Jump Street?
21.
21 Jump Street.
21. Great line. Great movie. Yeah, I think we both really liked Barbie. Obviously, it was like a different time. We had Ramona, very cute. It dropped like $50 on snacks. I mean, it's not hard, obviously, but like, you know, we had a fucking big popcorn.
It was
we
good,
had a
though.
fucking icy. That
Dude,
icy was busted.
They have a great thing
Busted.
there
Busted.
where they'll give you a bag of Doritos, a side of pickled jalapenos, and then nacho cheese.
Yeah.
That is.
I mean, that's
some
not revolutionary.
Next level fucking.
I've heard that before.
Have you?
I mean, it's just nachos with Doritos. It's Doritos.
But the
nachos.
way they do it at the movie theater.
I guess I haven't seen it at the movie theater.
Yeah, it was really good.
I mean,
it got my fingers all Dorito-y, and I wish I had my little tongs.
tongs
like,
that are little hands. It's
yeah,
very
the little
cute.
hand tongs stop my like fingers from becoming Takis.
It was extremely cute because we were all wearing our pink. I had another pink shirt on. Not this one, obviously. This one just came in the mail today. Good timing.
Very good timing.
And I had my little like beach shorts on, and I had and I had my glasses. And Veronica looked great. She had a blonde wig. She had her glasses,
which was a really interesting choice to wear a fucking, what was it, like 20-inch blonde wig in 110 degrees.
We weren't outside that much.
No, but damn, on the way to the theater, I was hot as fuck.
She was wearing my pink button down and then her pink jeans. It looked great. And she had high heels. They were blue, right, babe?
Yeah, bright blue high heels.
That's great.
Just my Spice Girl shoes. I love those shoes.
We had great pictures. And Ramona just happened to, because she always wears pink. This girl loves pink.
Yep.
So
we were trying to pawn her off at Kids Quest.
Tried to, but they're like, shot records. And we're like,
because we had like, you can't be there for more than 14 days or whatever.
It's because we're new to the Nevada. Chill.
Anyways, we ended up taking her, which
it actually turned out great.
I was so glad about.
Yeah, at around the like 50-minute mark, she was like, I want to go home. Ronnie, I thought it was just because it was getting late, because it was kind of like it was.
No, it's because it was a sad moment.
Yeah,
Ramona doesn't like any of the sad moments in movies. She like wants them to be over.
So I was like kind of like being like, hey, should we just go? And Ronnie's like, hell no, we're not fucking going. I was like, damn. I was like,
you were like, Ramona wants to go home, and I was like, that's too bad.
That was good, because I was like, should we just fucking go? Like I was like, is she just gonna be like miserable the next like hour?
Nope.
Basically,
you just say nope, we're not doing that, and then she just accepted it.
She accepted it. Well, then she went and like snuggled with mommy.
I had her snuggle with me
because I think one of the things you liked best about Barbie was the mother-daughter sort of like, America Ferrara and her daughter, and then just in general, there's like this.
It was definitely It
was cute.
Like I mean, I really, really like. Honestly, there was some like sort of religious aspects to it.
Really?
That felt like Mother Earthy.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was like kind of addressing this like the creator. Like I saw this, I think it was like a tweet or something, and it was someone saying like, as like a person who grew up Christian, to see like your creator tell you like it's okay for you to be whatever you want to be. Like
kind of sweet,
that actually hits. Like I didn't grow up Christian or anything, but like I could see why that would hit. But yeah, it definitely hit the mother-daughter stuff.
Yeah.
For me, like the
emotionally, that was the best. Like
they really should have focused more. Well, they spent enough time on that.
That was nice.
They should have focused more on like the free guy thing we were talking about.
Yeah,
like the existential ideal of like
now
what
that I have
am I?
sentience.
And then also like Barbie's whole thing was that she just wants to be perfect all the time, but it's like kind of like the Inside Out thing where it's like you can't have happiness without some I think like bad stuff too.
We thought it was maybe a little heavy-handed with some of like the feminism stuff.
Oh my god!
We're about like obviously like fucking but
I'm gonna go off, right?
Please go.
I'm gonna have to go off.
Go in, babe.
So I think the just absolutely bubblegum corporate propaganda of the completely unoriginal fucking done a million times take on feminism. Like the way they presented it was like they were presenting a new idea.
We've seen it before, yeah.
It's in every film that's ever been done about feminism because it's the easiest reach ever. The way that they presented it. It's the lowest hanging fruit.
Yeah.
They had absolutely no original thoughts, nothing about feminism that could actually challenge anyone. Like
that's
nothing in that movie was made for a person that doesn't already think that way.
Right.
It wasn't like none of the feminism takes in that movie were like, oh, we're going to change minds. That was just about, okay, everybody who already believes this, we're going to make you go, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's what they wanted. They just wanted people to go, I think that too. And it was just so fucking obvious.
So if we were to cut that out and make it more about Barbie's like sort of like realization about the human race. I know another thing that hit really well for me, and I think it did for you too, was like her looking at simple things in life.
Oh my
and like,
God.
or just like the simple like parts of being human, and like
So
when
you
she
know
sees
that
the old
woman. You know that woman's from Philly. She's a very famous costume woman.
designer. Well, how do you know this?
How
You
do
looked
you
up
know
some
this?
trivia.
No, I saw this on Instagram.
Oh,
That's how I learn
saw
anything. It
fucking
was on a
trivia.
picture. That's why,
Yeah,
because I
she's
can't
cool.
read.
Well, that's true.
It was described to me
Yeah, it was.
in audio.
I thought that was cool. I thought that was the smartest part. And like, obviously, like, you know, we come to this when they come to like the real world. They're like, oh, everything's like men, and like that's like fine and like funny. And I think it's funny that like Ken took it in a way that like think that horses are involved in shit.
First of all, when I was watching that whole fucking scene
Kinda
where he like
rolling?
comes in and he's like, oh, men can be this, and it was just like, women can do all those things too and do. Like the way
Yeah.
they presented every male role, it was like a lot of women do all those things.
that's-
Why is
well,
it that Ken just happened to see only men doing those
Well,
things?
that's the thing, is that he misconstrues it, and later he's like, "Oh, when I learned patriarchy wasn't about horses, I didn't like." I think whenever you say the
Maybe.
patriarchy, that's like, all right, you know, like,
Oh God, yes.
I think it's overblown a little bit, like we said, and I don't know, I didn't hate that he like got the wrong idea and went back and tried to like. I thought that was an interesting.
I think actually they could have, and a more original feminist take that they could have gone would be like second wave feminism, which
Tell me
is
about
like,
that.
well, first wave feminism is like, burn your bra, men suck, go to work. Second wave feminism
Be whoever you want to fucking be.
is, you can be a slut, you can be a person who wants to just stay at home and
Yep.
cook and be awesome at those things,
Yep.
or not
yeah.
at all, or just be a gold digger. Like everything about
Just be a
second wave
woman.
feminism is just allowing women to make the choice they want to make.
Right.
So like they could have maybe gone more in that direction than
would've,
like this
yeah.
fucking hack ass like 1975 take on
Burn your bras
feminism.
and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
just like, it just was so unoriginal. I was very disappointed.
I think that was the only part, and that was only like, I don't know, maybe like 25%, maybe 30%.
It was
I don't
like
know.
it
there
was
a lot of
pretty
it?
big
50%?
percent. Like
Yeah.
it was like a big part of the message that I kind of. But what I told Corey was the best
Corey.
compliment I had for Barbie was that despite my like harsh criticism of that part of the film, I still really liked it. It's not like that didn't ruin the movie.
No.
Like it,
No.
even though it was a lot of it, it still didn't ruin the movie. I think it was because the set design.
Set design was great.
It was
The
also
humor,
very
it was
satire
funny.
and
Yeah,
funny
it was
and
very
like,
funny.
yes.
Yeah, like, and I thought Ryan Gosling was so funny as Ken. I love that his job was just beach. Like
That
that was
was
like very
that
funny.
shit
Like
was
that
funny.
was like when that was vibing. That was the best part. I think.
Totally.
Where it was like it was still
Will
aware
Ferrell
of
was really
stuff.
funny.
Will Ferrell was great. I thought bringing them into Barbie Land was smart. The design, like you said, the designs, and also just the different Barbies. It was interesting. I kind of liked that they were brainwashed and then had to be like unbrainwashed, but like the way they unbrainwashed them again was like kind of
Hack
like
as fuck. It was like, oh, I know how we're gonna fix everything. Women just
explaining
need to
women.
know that they're important. It's like, yeah, okay, that's so new. They haven't been saying that
I know,
since
I know.
women have been able to read. Like,
I think yeah,
like
it
women's
should've been, like-
suffrage was about that. It was over fucking 100 years ago. Like,
yeah, I know, and it's like I get like America's because that's her name. Fucking,
it felt like guilt.
yeah,
It felt like trying to make. It was like, yeah, it was literally just like, we feel bad here in Hollywood about women, so we're gonna make a movie that's telling you we care about women.
yeah, and
It was very corporatized. It felt like,
I get that.
which is funny
It's-
because the movie was making fun of like Mattel being like this big corporation,
Yeah.
and then they sold a corporate propaganda message in the movie.
It is.
It's almost like ultimate. Maybe they were joking. Maybe
it
that was the
yeah.
ultimate satire. Was how
Maybe.
shitty the feminist message was.
It's aside from that though. I mean, and even with that, like you said, I mean, it was well
Still
acted.
really, I loved it to
Very-
the moment.
It was funny
At the end, I
The
cried.
The
several
ending was great with
times.
like mother-daughter stuff. I thought the I'm Just Ken was a fun
I think
song.
the sign is falling.
Oh no.
Um.
It's fine. Just leave it. It's good now.
All right. I wonder how
Don't
long
you
that
dare
was
cut
happening.
this. Don't
I
you
won't-
dare
I will
cut
not.
this.
Good. What about Ken?
Fucking cut this. I thought Ken. I mean, obviously Ryan Gosling can do no wrong. The man's gorgeous. He's like 43. Looks great. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. His body was bussin'. Bussin'.
His
I keep saying
body
bussin'. Why do I keep
was-
saying that?
it was
His
Bussy.
body was kicking. There
Was
we go.
his bussy bussin'? Probably.
Probably. And yeah, it was quirky. I thought I really did like the there was like a bunch of esoteric stuff. Oh, I fucking forgot to finish looking at the Barbie shit because I wanted to know they referenced something that happened like
Oh no.
10 years before. That was, what was it, Skipper or some shit? Do you remember what I'm talking about, babe?
Yeah, they were talking about the little girl whose titties grow.
Yeah.
But
that she came to life or something. Wasn't that based on like, I don't know.
Probably a
fucking missed
movie.
it. I'm so sorry. I failed us literally 100%.
Everyone's screaming. Our one
terrible.
listener is screaming at the screen. I'm sad about
It
the
was.
song.
I really liked that they were. Do you know the song "Closer to Fine" by the Indigo Girls that they were singing?
Closer to Fine.
Yeah,
that one.
That was pretty good. Will you do that again for us, please?
No.
Closer I am to find. Yeah.
I only know that song because your mom listens to a lot of lesbians.
Fun fact: my mom is
slightly a lesbian.
Slightly lesbian,
but she really loves lesbian rock. Like
she loves
1990. Oh, sorry. It's
we
actually
hit
lesbian.
Etheridge
Yeah. It's more
on the
like
fucking
lesbian acoustic.
90s acoustic. Lilith Fair. Anyone who's
Yeah,
at Lilith
anyone
Fair.
who was at Lilith Fair. That's exactly right. We didn't go there.
No, Tori Amos. She likes to.
Oh, of course. Whenever I had my hair dyed red, everyone was like, "You look just like Tori Amos." Like, because I wear glasses and I have red curly hair. Yeah.
You never had curly hair. You had like wavy hair.
That's true.
That's
It's
true.
like wavy.
So my mom's a bit of but that song rules. I've been listening to that, like since I was a kid because of that shit. It was very fun.
I only know that song because of you.
I liked Michael Cera. It was fun seeing John
Alan.
Cena. Yes, Alan, who was a real character. Did you know that? He was Ken's friend. And was apparently married to Midge. Do you remember how they showed the discontinued pregnant bitch?
The pregnant. You know why? Because it's weird to have a Barbie that got cummed in.
Camed in is how you say that. That's the past tense. Well, yeah, but it's not a Barbie. It's a Midge, you dumb fucking idiot. I'm sorry, that was too much. Cut that. Cut that.
We're not cutting anything. Wait. Are you to tell me that
Midge is not Barbie?
Oh.
It's just a fucking other doll.
Why would they do this? Why would they make all Barbies Barbie?
Yeah.
They should all have different. Okay. When I was growing up, we had
too.
Flavadolls, which was my favorite. I had that instead of Barbies.
Flavadoll.
Those you would buy.
Aren't those like discount brat dolls?
Yeah, that you bought
dolls?
them at Dollar General. That was the store that carried them.
Let me spell this for you. Flava, correct?
That's correct. And
don't like that.
They came with a PT Cruiser that you could decorate with barbed wire decals.
Jesus Christ.
You could put tattoos on them. Every one of them had tattoo stickers that they came with, and they all had cool different hairstyles, and like they were all different races. Like I had one that was like clearly Asian, one was clearly Hispanic, one that was like
brats were like that too, aren't they?
Kind of, but brats all had the same facial features.
Facial faces is what you're gonna say.
Facial faces.
Yeah. Yep, that's what you're gonna say.
But Flavadolls, like their facial features looked like what they were supposed to be.
People.
So like, you know what I'm trying to say, you fucking dickbag.
Dolls? What are you trying to
asshole.
say? You mean like the ones that looked at the nationalities were like that?
That's correct. Instead of just a white face with a different color skin.
The brats didn't
okay,
look
brats
like
look like aliens.
Yeah, what the fuck? No one in the history of faces has ever had that.
It's funny though. I think everybody wishes they look like Kim Kardashian looks like a Bratz doll now.
She tried to be like that, yeah.
I feel like
and failed.
Yeah. So, anyways, I had Flavadolls. You know what the best part about those was? Their torso was segmented in a way so that you could make them like belly dance.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I was like, hell yeah, I love
Barbie
these
ain't doing
slutty
that
ass.
shit.
Like, yeah, fucking Barbie, so stuck up.
You know what? Fuck Barbie, and it's dumb
The
as
sign
shit.
keeps falling. We're just gonna
It's
let
fine.
it.
It's just you know.
All right. Hopefully, it doesn't completely fall.
Cough's coming back.
All of our OCD listeners are gonna be so upset.
Listener, I like that. Thank you for saying that. That's very true to form. So yeah, Midge, who was Camden. Guess who Camden her?
Was it Alan?
Yes, it was. How'd you know?
Camden her.
Alan and her were like a fucking couple. But when they made her, because they made a pregnant doll, but then they didn't put Alan in, and then the far fucking them.
It's because Midge got Camden.
Yep. I'm just gonna put this right here. Oh well, it's kind of nice.
Fell off is it gonna stick to the thing?
Just put it right here.
All right.
You gotta move your fucking thing. Oh, it looks weird.
Oh my god, I can't.
Yeah, just put it right there. Just fucking, it's fine. It's there. Everyone knows that it's the Trifecta. They've been seeing it this whole fucking time. There you go. No, it's like right on the T. That looks nice. What was I saying? All right, so Alan came to her, but they didn't put him in the box. So everyone's like, she ain't married. She's fucking like,
Oh.
She's unmarried, Camden Barbie-esque Mattel doll. And people were up and fucking, there's a reason she got discontinued. Later, they put her back in, and they're like, hey, Alan's with her, so even though there was the ejaculate, it was of the married variety, and so it was okay. And then they
Great.
put her, they made sure to accentuate the ring on her finger to make sure that it was all up to code.
That's really funny.
But there were a lot of fun like inside Barbie jokes and shit. Like if you were a fan, Ramona has a couple Barbies. She also has a very
None of them are. I think one.
There
of
are
them
some legit Barbies.
is one.
Yeah,
the mermaid.
I
one.
think the ones that what's her tits?
Other
gave
people got
Sarah's daughter.
Nope,
named
those are not real.
Ari. Anna, I'm just kidding. I know it's Ariella.
How
Don't do
dare
that face.
you?
I know
She's
it's
definitely
Ariella's sweet
listening.
kid.
Why are you
I know.
saying
I'm just
that?
kidding. Love you, Sarah. And Ariella.
God.
I was just kidding, and I didn't mean what's her tits, by the way, when I said Sarah.
You're
what's
such
her
a
name? I should
fucking
have said it.
dickbag.
Just a little bit. Anyways,
Yes,
she
Ariella
has some
did
type of Barbies,
gift
yeah.
her a bunch of Barbies. Maybe they were like legitimate Barbies, but anyways, I never gave a fuck about the brand of Barbie because why did that matter?
she was looking good though.
I guess.
You know,
Other
I may have
Barbies
whipped
look
out my dick a couple
hot
times to Barbie.
To
I was
Barbie?
like, oh yeah.
To her titties?
When I was like 9, before I even had
Before
the
you
ejaculate.
camed?
Yeah, there was nothing. It was a dry run.
It was a dry came.
It was not good. But I was like, damn, I didn't have the internet back then. I was like, give me a fucking Barbie. It's looking fucking good, you know.
Interesting.
This is upsetting. I should not be
I am
talking about
upset.
this. I'm gonna cue myself. Q is, and I hate to say it because I can't think of another way of saying it. It's my brother and my safe word, which sounds wrong because there's a sexual connotation there. Basically, if
Okay,
we're
but
getting to
you
like,
and your
if we're
brother-
fighting or if we just like hurt each other's feelings or actually hurt each other, we'd say Q because I like to do this little thing. There wasn't actually a hand motion.
You
in
didn't
there.
do that back then.
No, it was
You
just Q.
recently started doing
I
the
like the Q though. It's funny. But yeah, so I'll still say Q to this day. Who did I say Q to? And Gideon's like, oh, it was when we were out to hibachi, and I accidentally said Q to the hibachi chef. I didn't mean I was saying Q like to someone else, but like I said it in his direction. And Gideon's
And it was
like, how does
right
he know
after
who
he
Q
said
was?
something.
Yeah. I
that,
said,
like,
Q.
Yeah, it seemed like you were saying
I
Q.
like shook him off. Said Q. But anyways, Q to
favorite-
what I was saying about
No,
ejaculating.
I have to talk about Q
9-year-old
more.
or lack of that. Go ahead, please.
Talking about Q.
Oh my God, have
so
we told this on the pod?
maybe we
Q'd
have.
on the pod.
But anyways, I will tell that one. But I want to talk about Disneyland at first, which
Yes.
was really funny
Lot of-
moments. Like
lot of fun.
Corey, like I'm a big like Your Mom's House podcast fan, and like a lot of the times, me and Gideon when we're together,
Fucking hate it.
we really like to do the "Hi Mommy, Thanks Jeans" to like random people, where you just say like "Hi Mommy, can I have a blah 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 blah," and you just act like it's not weird that you
Fucking
called the
hate it.
person mommy. Or then like at the end, you just like, "Oh, thanks jeans," like you just say "Thanks jeans," like jeans. And so Corey hates it, and
Very
so
upsetting.
me and Gideon were like, yeah, we're going to do it the whole time. Then he just looked at me and he was just like,
See, that's a silent one. It's
a silent Q. No, but the best Q story
No, Jesus.
was when,
It's so good.
and maybe
It's
we
good.
did talk about this on the podcast, but maybe
I
it was
feel
one of
like
the
we
ones
have-
that didn't
I
get
don't know.
released
Who knows?
because
Just
it was
just
around the
tell the
time
people.
that
Yeah,
we were
that's
doing the
true.
podcast
Yeah,
years
you're
ago.
Right.
But we were living in our apartment for a short time with Gideon,
Mm-hmm.
and we wanted him to have like his own room so that he could jerk off or whatever.
Of course, and we wanted him to, have two like doors.
Yeah,
and close
doors.
off and
So
shit.
then
Yeah.
like we let him sleep in what used to be our room, and
Mm-hmm.
then we had our bed in the living room. And during that time, if we were going to have the maritals,
the maritals
we would have to then
every Wednesday.
text. It was not every Wednesday.
That's
And
true.
we would have to text. It was a lot more often than
Yeah,
Wednesday.
it was. Yeah, it was. Oh,
Um,
brother. Oh, man.
So we'd have to text Gideon and say Q.
And Gideon, and he'd go, ooh. We love to spell out ooh, which
Like
is EWUH.
ew.
Ooh. It's not you. It's ooh. Ooh.
Corey, you know
Like
it's yeah. Ew.
Yeah.
Or ew.
No, it's not you.
Ugh.
It's ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
I don't
I
like
think
that.
I fucking
It's
know.
But anyways,
Yeah.
he would spell that out. But also the funniest thing was we had thought of different scenarios that would be funny.
Funny,
Like
they just
if all
shoot a
three of
Q.
us were in the same room together, but then like one of us sends them
Q.
the other a Q, or
like,
if
what's
Gideon
happening?
goes into his room by himself and then sends us a Q.
There was a lot of fun works on that. But so
Yep.
yeah, cue to me talking about jerking off to Barbies. It's a little upsetting.
Yeah, that is
Is it
upsetting.
upsetting?
Q.
A little bit. Q. I was a mere 9. I was a mere 9, and that's upsetting to think about.
It sounds like if you were a Middle Eastern person. I'm a year 9.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. I didn't understand where you're going.
I know. Because it was a stupid joke.
It was pretty stupid.
Go ahead.
And I've been drinking all day. No, just kidding. This
All
is the
day.
first time I haven't drunk in a while because I've been sick as shit.
Dude, I don't think I've
Ronnie's
drank since
gonna
we've been in
divorce me, I
California.
think, because she hates when I'm like, she's like, you're just like such a bummer and I don't like to be around you. And like, I can't even like look at you and you're
The
sick.
fuck are you talking about?
Said when you're sick and you're like just like so negative.
Oh my God.
I just can't even look at you. Like, it's just so upsetting to look at you.
I'm mostly upset because that sounds so much like me.
That was for, yeah, I know. That was like,
Wow.
That
That was
like,
really impressively sound.
really impressive
I
shit.
couldn't, I thought I was talking.
It was an amazing mimicry.
It was.
I've been working on a lot.
Wow. You did a great job. Thanks.
Babe. Thanks.
Anyways, more about you jerking off to Barbies, or you had another point?
Let's see other things about Barbie. Well, Margot Robbie rules. She's Australian. She's like, crikey, you know.
Did you see she held the longest plank of anyone?
Yeah, she did like 4.5 minutes.
Yeah,
That girl's
dude.
strong as shit.
Fuck yeah.
That
Love
girl's strong as
that.
shit.
You love to hear it.
Strong as shit. Guess who wrote the I'm Just Ken song?
I'm just kidding. Is it Lin-Manuel Miranda?
No, Mark Ronson.
Who's that?
Well, sometimes I go out by myself. He's the one who wrote that and shit.
Oh, Valerie.
And Uptown Funk.
Oh.
Because Mark Ronson featuring
Oh.
Amy Dead as Fuck Winehouse.
Okay.
I believe it's her new nickname now. And also featuring Bruno does a lot of cocaine Mars.
Does he?
Yeah, he got like caught. With,
Oh,
fucking
that's
doing
right, I
coke and
forgot.
shit, Yeah.
Wow. How
I got a
topical.
good like little like nickname for every person in Hollywood.
Okay.
Do you want to ask me any other people and then I'll give it to you for you?
I don't want to, but you're leading me in, so
Yeah,
yes.
go for it. What do you got?
Tom Hanks.
Tom, kindest man in Hollywood, Hanks.
How about Tom Wilson Hanks?
It's probably his middle name. Oh, Wilson.
Wilson.
I missed that. It went over my head.
I know. That's because I'm funnier than you and generally
I think I
wittier
can-
and
Oh, there's something to be said about some parts of that, but not that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's a fox. She's Australian, which we love, you know.
she did a good job for
and
their
that-
accent though. Sounded American as fuck.
I liked all of the Barbies. It was fun seeing Weird Barbie as Kate McKinnon. She's great. She's fun.
She was great.
And yeah, like you said, Will Ferrell was fun. America was great with her little daughter. Apparently, the daughter and her friends like represented the Bratz dolls. Did you know this? That all of them had the names of the Bratz dolls.
I didn't know
and they
that.
look like the Bratz dolls. If you look
They
at that
do.
shit. Yeah. If you go back, you'll be like, what? But of course, you were more of a Flava bitch yourself.
I was, but also those characters were so fucking annoying.
Oh, they are insufferable. But then, of course, teenagers are insufferable. I should know. I teach high school. Just kidding.
They
I love them
didn't
most.
used to be this insufferable.
Oh, they always were. You were insufferable.
Oh, I certainly was,
So yeah,
but not in the same way.
worse.
like every
You were
teenager's like,
you
a
were where are
know-it-all.
you? That was
Yeah,
what you were
I
doing.
would
And
prefer
I'm
that
so
over
sorry.
like I'm not sure if you understand the intersectionality of feminism. Like if I ever hear a 14-year-old
Yeah, not
say
every
that
fucking
dumb
person's
shit,
doing that shit.
most
Like three of them, and they were all in that movie.
they were all in that movie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, unfortunately, they were all really fucking annoying in that movie. Yeah, but yeah, and you know, I had a lot of like fun choreography, and the I'm Just Ken number, and like the Ken battle was really funny. They didn't have any weapons.
Yeah,
but then
that
someone
was
got
good.
shot, which I thought
That
was
was
funny.
funny.
I think they should have leaned into that. Now, babe, this being the trifecta, you thought it was a bit of a cop out to not have like 3 films.
Yep.
Now, if we were to add,
Wait. Have we
Oh, is
done?
there something- I
We
think
haven't
I've gone
done
through
any of
everything with Barbie.
the movie, the budget and all that shit.
I was gonna get into that. Oh yeah, I should do that.
Do
first.
that
and then-
first.
Okay. Q.
Q.
I apologize. Rotten Tomato score. You want to guess it? My sweet wife of a.
Well,
wife.
it was sucking social justice dick. So I'm gonna guess it was like a 90.
Very close. 89. You've been off on one. You're very impressive. With an audience score of
I
86.
know what Hollywood wants, and by that I mean I know what corporations tell Hollywood what we want.
With a critic consensus of Barbie is a visually dazzling comedy whose meta humor is smartly complemented by subversive storytelling. That's the one part I don't agree with. It's not subversive.
No,
enough.
it's not. It was not.
Almost is
It
not.
was so predictable. It was
Yeah.
certainly predictable. But that leans into what it's about. That's actually almost like satire on what Barbie is. Like the movie was predictable. It was cookie cutter, and it should have been.
Yeah.
And it was the moments that weren't like that which stood out.
Yeah. I agree. Overall, though, I mean, it was very visually stunning. Like, it looks great.
Definitely.
Like, I mean, the costumes were incredible. Everything about the way it looked was great. And it was fun. Like we had a great time. We were laughing. Ramona was laughing. She had a great time. She was talking about like how silly Ken was, and like it was actually, even though it was PG-13, it was pretty appropriate for a 6-year-old. Like honestly, there wasn't anything that
it was
really
like double entendre stuff that 6-year-olds wouldn't.
There wasn't anything that I felt like I was like, oh shit, she shouldn't be seeing this. You know, it was fun, and I'm very happy that we did Barbenheimer. You know,
yes,
and it was really
definitely
nice.
like a cultural.
It was something we're gonna remember.
Yeah,
and these shirts will help us remember. They're great. But so with a budget of I thought it was more than 100 million. Wait, am I looking at the right fucking shit? Yeah, I am. Okay. Cute. With a budget of 100 million, I thought it was more than that. It made, oh gosh, wow. Opening weekend 162, so it already like killed it. And gross worldwide right now, and it's gonna get bigger, it's $578 million. It's gonna make $1 billion. That's crazy. It's done.
And I think that's mostly because kids of all ages can see it.
Kids of all ages, people of all ages. We saw a ton of people in pink. Like everyone was there to see
It was
Barbie.
definitely an event.
There were, I mean, a lot of them may have gone to Oppenheimer too. I mean, Oppenheimer wasn't like, it was pretty full.
But it wasn't like, I mean, you couldn't tell that people gave a shit about it as much.
People weren't
as Barbie.
dressed like we were. We were fucking dressed.
Yeah,
to the
we
nines.
were. We were dressed up because we're cool.
So Bechdel, obviously.
Oh my God,
it's sucking its own dick on how much Bechdel
it literally,
test it's
the entire premise of the film was to pass the Bechdel test.
I should be making that. Actually, like, cut that.
Maybe
please.
the movie would have been better if it had that.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't have made as much money.
I mean,
you saw how Brown Bunny did.
How do you know about that?
Wait, did you just say Brawn Bunny?
I thought it was Bronze Bunny, but no, it's
Brown Bunny.
Brown
but
Bunny, yeah.
Now I'm thinking of like a German version, Brawn Bunny.
How do you know about that?
I'm a connoisseur of ladies who suck dick. What do you mean?
Chloe Sevigny.
She's my hero. No,
Have you seen it?
No,
it's
I've
okay.
not seen
He
it.
talks too much, but she looks
good. He talks too much?
Yeah. The director.
I like that.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't like this.
No?
I don't think so. He's all hunched over and shit. I'm like, ugh.
Oh. No, I've not seen it. I just know about it.
It's like all artsy and shit. But I mean, she looks good. Like Chloe's really hot and stuff.
Cool.
I'm surprised you know that. Anyways, yeah, it's not Brown Bunny. But it should have been. Because Margot
Brown
do a
Barbie.
little bit of this, that, and the other. Maybe double fisting it with two Kens on either side.
If it was Brown Barbie, would we? What would be the brown aspect?
I think you know. I think we all know.
I don't, but fill in your own answer here.
Yes, indeed. Marry, fuck, kill. Ken, and Ken. No, that's right. Ken, and Alan. That's normal Ken. Normal Ken. Wow, I'm gonna get fucking fired.
You're a piece of shit.
Ryan Reynolds, excuse me. Ryan Gosling, Ken. And then his arch nemesis, Ken.
Okay.
Another one.
He was Asian?
He was Asian. He was of the Asian persuasion. And then Alan. Who's, of course, Michael Cera.
Okay. Kill Alan.
Damn.
Marry Ken. Because, honestly, I'd rather have a dumb...
Which Ken are you marrying?
Oh, sorry. I am Kenough Ken.
Of course.
Ryan Gosling Ken.
And then fuck the
and then
Asian Ken?
Fuck the other guy. Because, like, here's the deal. I would rather be with someone who is dumb but mostly kind.
Yeah, Asian Ken is a little cruel at times.
Yeah.
I think I would agree.
Actually, that
are we
raises...
all fucking killing Alan? Yeah, I guess so.
But, like, this raises a good question of, like, would you rather be with someone who is sometimes cruel but very smart and intellectual? Or someone who's, like, pretty dumb and non-intellectual but, like, always very kind?
Yeah, that's like Joey versus Ross.
Yes. Which the obvious answer.
It's Joey. But,
it's got to be Joey.
But he's dumb.
So what?
What are you going to do all day?
He loves you and he's kind and, like...
I'd be bored with him.
He's not boring, though.
I guess not.
I've met lots of dumb people that are not boring. Being dumb does not make you boring. And I know that that's like the new like thing is how special and intellectual everyone could possibly be. Like that is the new in vogue thing. It's like you're not worth anything unless like you have read a lot of books.
Big brain, baby. It's not even just that. It's just like being thoughtful and like wanting to like learn.
I have met a lot of dumb people who are thoughtful because I think that
like kind. Because it doesn't take any smarts to be kind.
It doesn't take smarts to be thoughtful and considerate. You do
I meant
not
thoughtful
have
as
to
in
be...
like thinking, you know?
Okay, so you want
like
somebody who's
I like
contemplative.
people that like to learn. No, I like people that like to learn new shit.
Okay. You would take a cruel person that likes to learn?
Yeah.
I disagree.
No, that's a good question.
I want a kind person that isn't
that.
obsessed with being intellectual or better than anybody. Because I feel like wanting to be intellectual is rooted in just wanting to be better than other people. Like if you were,
I don't know if he's trying to be intellectual or I don't know, like other Ken.
Oh, I'm not even talking about other Ken now.
I'm
I'm just talking about in general. Yeah, I'm just on another shit right now.
No, it's a good point. And you're a good point. You're pretty too.
Oh, thanks.
I like those glasses. She asked me which glasses to wear, and I said those ones. I don't know. I like how circular they are. I don't know. They look nice.
Thanks.
You look great in all your glasses. Huh? Very pretty.
Thank you.
But I agree with you, Mary Fuck Kill.
Thank you.
Now let's see if we agree
like
with
your vibe.
Yeah, who would you vibe like?
Honestly, I like the President Barbie.
No, she's okay. Her vibe's okay, but it's Dua Lipa, of course.
Which one was she?
Dua Lipa's so fucking hot. She's the mermaid one.
Oh yeah, she is.
Dua Lipa's insanely fucking hot.
I still think the President Barbie was really fucking gorgeous.
You really thought? I mean, yeah, she's pretty.
Like I thought she was particularly
but Dua
beautiful.
Lipa just has this vibe about her. I don't know much about her. I saw her on the Barbie fucking runway. She's literally wearing just a mesh top and like you can see her titties. Like you see her titties. Like
that's
there's
like
no
a new thing.
Oh no, what if there's like some no, they're her titties and they look good.
Great.
So I like her vibe.
You like her vibe?
Yeah.
All right. We can fuck the mermaid together.
Cool.
I feel like there was a whole question about how to do that though. Like that's what like people question about
oral.
like splash.
Oral.
She can just blow you. That sounds fun.
That's it.
For her.
Yeah.
What about her fish bussy?
There's no but.
What about her fussy?
Fish don't have sex like that. They don't have pussies.
What about
I don't think fish
fussy.
have pussies.
You have to fuck her fussy.
Her fussy, her fish pussy.
That's right.
There is no fish pussy. That's why that's why they like fucking lay the eggs asexually, and then the guy comes and like comes.
But where do the
them.
eggs come from? The fussy.
Asexual. No, it's just like a little slit. Oh, the slit. You can fuck the egg slit.
Of course.
But that's not a pussy.
Egg slit.
I don't know. I would say just oral for fucking mermaids because people are like, well, wouldn't you want like a fish top? I'm not gonna fuck a fish like that. I'm not like if she's got like a, the lower half. What are we doing here?
Okay, but like, how just so male dominant of you to just want
to not
oral
want to fuck someone with a
talking
fish?
about the Barbie movie, which is about feminism.
I mean, I'll
women.
diddle her fish parts.
You're
if she
going
wants.
to have to like. She's gonna have to like be dehypnotized so that she'll stop blowing your dick all the time.
If she doesn't want to blow my dick, that's fine. We'll just like cuddle or some shit,
Fuck that. How dare you sit there and pretend like you would cuddle with
a fucking fish?
The fish when she's not putting her mouth on your dick.
I mean, I would hope that after cuddling for a little bit, she'd
that's
be like,
it. That's okay. I realized just now why Barbie made the movie. Okay, I take everything I said.
Yep, there it is.
Everything I said about that is
it was perfect. That's our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, babe. I'm sure there's a fish slit. We'll look into the slit later. I'm gonna do some research. Some heavy research later. Okay.
Is that like the existential thing? That look into the slit.
Look right into that shit.
Look into the slit and find yourself.
I mean, if she has a slit, that's good. Now,
gonna talk about potential thirds.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we like your vibe.
Yeah, we like your vibe. Dua Lipa.
Let's see if
Florence,
one of these movies wants to be our third.
Yeah, who wants to be our third? I thought Free Guy would have been interesting.
I also thought that, but I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, you fucking cunt. Why have you not seen that shit? Pardon my language. Cut it immediately. I don't actually call my wife a cunt.
He literally does.
Gotta do it. I love it. It's my favorite. That and bitch. I don't know which is better.
It is really
Probably
funny
cunt.
to me all the time.
Let's do fucking cunt. I say that to her in front of. I would never say it in front of Ramona.
No, you wouldn't. He won't even let me play songs with swear words.
I know. It says like
clutch your
fuck
dad
this.
pearls.
I just press next. I say show me something that ain't got that shit.
Versus me like constantly putting Corey in compromising situations to explain stuff to Ramona.
Yeah, I don't like that. You're like, hey, what about death? And I'm like, oh, no.
Like Ramona was like, what do I look like? She's like rolling herself up in our carpet. And I was like, you look like a dead body.
Yeah,
she's like,
that's
what?
how a body's disposed of. I'm like, you look like a cheese quesadilla. I'm like, fucking Christ almighty. She enjoys it. Veronica enjoys herself. Someone has to. Because Christ almighty
no
knows.
one thinks I'm funnier than me.
That is 100%.
And that's honestly the person who is most important to think you're funny.
Ready? That was good.
Divorce.
So here's my thinking. Okay, so Free Guy is like a less, or is I guess a less like bubbly.
Though right. It's more like existential.
Yeah, it's a bit more existential, but it's similar with that sort of like, oh, what if you were like a NPC, which Barbie technically is, that comes to life and gains sentience. So that was like, I thought that was like kind of a good option. But then on the other end, I was like, okay, what if we pick like a biopic that's like a bit less dark, that could maybe come a little closer? And I actually thought of one. You haven't seen it yet, but you could think of some if there's anything. It's The Founder with Michael Keaton.
With Michael Keaton.
It's The Founder.
About
Ray Kroc.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. So there are heavy parts to it, but it's a little bit more light. It's like, oh, it's the beginning of fast food. It's just like, and it's maybe a little bit more commercial, which is more Barbie. You see how that's
and
kind of a
then
cool,
is there satire in it?
There definitely is some, but it's tongue in cheek in parts. Like no one knows about like what burger is like, and then you see like there's sort of invention. It's a fun. It's got a lot of fun aspects to it. I thought that kind of bridged the gap maybe a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, you've seen Barbie. Okay, well, watch something still materialistic. It's McDonald's and shit like that, right? Or you can learn about Ray Kroc and like, oh, what was the whole thing with the McDonald's brothers, blah blah, and then you can get an Oppenheimer. But you could also do the same with Free Guy. Okay, here's Barbie. Here's Free Guy, where it's more existential. Oh, you want to get really existential? Here's Oppenheimer.
Okay, you know what my entrance is to this?
Go ahead.
Sausage Party.
Do tell.
Well, first of all, it's an entrance.
Growing sentience.
Yeah, growing sentience. It's also looking into a universe, bringing a universe to life that people don't normally think about.
Okay.
It is existential.
It's rated R too.
And
sexual.
It's sexual, but like, so it actually, it's pretty good, right?
I was going to say Toy Story could do that, but
I feel like it kind of bridges the gaps of some of
But it's almost like a raw, yeah, wow, holy shit.
I feel like it's a good fit.
Yeah, and it's got Michael Cera in it too.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
That was my entrance to whatever our trilogy
pretty impressive,
could be.
actually.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I thought of it literally just now while you were talking.
Well, good. You piggybacked off me. That's fine. That's how this goes.
Just stole all your ideas.
But folks, I hope you enjoyed this. We certainly enjoyed getting back with you guys.
Certainly did.
Sorry that our
with you guy.
With you guy.
One viewer.
I hope you liked our shirts. I hope you liked everything about it. We're gonna leave you with what we always leave you with, if you recall. It's a very silly thing. We're just a bunch of silly geese over here,
I forgot.
Something fun we do with Ramon all the time is like, how do you pluralize this? Like I said, how would you say a bunch of Pikachu? I think it's Pikachu.
I think
says
it's
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
And she says Pikachu. So silly shit. We're silly geese, right? But what we like to say is, you want to say it? You want to take us out?
Yep. Ready?
Yeah.
See you next Tuesday, just like Corey always calls me.
That's exactly right. Bye, folk.
Bye,
I say folk because there's one.
By
of you.
one folk.
One of you. Thank you for listening.
All right. Ready?
Yes.